The name's Verve. Yeah, just Verve. If you need a last name, you can put Squallrun or something, but that's only because you asked. I understand you need me to answer these questions for your report or whatever, but I've already told you everything I know. I really don't get why I'm still being questioned. Yeah, no, I get it. It was dangerous and stupid and I could have died, but if it wasn't for me, the girl definitely would have been toast. Plus, between you and me, I've always wanted to jump into a burning building all heroic-like. I was just looking for some sort of compensation for my services, so why the interrogation? I guess that's a good point. Would you believe I just happened to be in the right place at the right time? No? Okay, fine. Few days ago, these peeps at Solas talked some big game that this rich pop security system was the most advanced in the Steadfast. Airtight, Nera, out the wazoo. I'll spare you the deets, but bottom line, I'm getting paid by these smooth brains to find the weaknesses in this Numsec. That's Numenera security for the uninitiated. But I never intended to give it to them. They paid me half already, and I was gonna sell this drive back to the owner for more shins. That's what I was doing here. Finished the job too, in case anyone was interested. I was on my way out when the explosion went off. I started running, but then I heard the girl. No one was around. The security team was scrambling. What was I, an upstanding citizen of Charmant, mind you, supposed to do? Alright, we can split hairs all we want, but that's gonna land us nowhere. How about this proposal? I don't even want the shins. Keep them. I give you all the info I have on the Numsec, plus the names of the dudes that paid me. In return, I walk free, and you lose the name Verve from your database.
Alright, y'all. We ended a couple minutes early today. What story would y'all like to hear before your folks come pick you up? How about... Well, you've already heard about the time we met Banshee, and the time the vessel launched into the sky. How about... how Remnant came to be? Well, a couple years ago there was an accident in Charmant, city far to the west. A big old piece of Numenera was destroyed that kept the iron wind out. Before it was fixed, the wind came through the city, tearing it to shreds. So instead of trying to rebuild and pick their life back up, a small group of us came out here to try our luck in the beyond. And we found that, the big old donut-shaped thing in the sky. While it was still on the ground, a couple of us were told to take a look inside. I was there, and y'all know Nova. There was also Rochelle, the grumpy knife lady at the edge of town, and Verve, another friendly fellow around here. Eventually, after some fighting and button pressing, Verve got it flying, but ravens were coming. Now, your folks might have told you about this part, how a man named Crimson and his people wanted it. A terrible man who wouldn't let anything get in the way of what he wanted. But we all got in his way, all of Remnant. And Black Cloak watchers went around the ninth world telling everyone what happened that day. How Remnant was a place you can go to start over. A place to build a new home. Alright, time for y'all to go home. I'll see y'all tomorrow and don't forget your homework. And Dante, I don't want to hear that Ash ate it. Rashiel don't let him eat that kind of stuff.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was looking at something else. My name is Nova, and I'm on a mission. I'm not sure where I'm going or what I'm looking for exactly, but my ma always told me I'd know it when I saw it. I've got a bit of a knack for that, ever since I was little. My ma and I, and some of my aunties and uncles and sibs too, we've got that knack for seeing what others don't. When I was little, I thought everyone saw like me. What do I see? Different things, depending. It's hard to explain. When I look at a tree or a flock of birds, I see perfect order and symmetry forever, going on and on, longer than humans can count or the most powerful scope can see. But at the same time, everything is bundled up tight inside itself, like a leaf ready to unfurl. I told you it was hard to explain. It helps a lot with our work, though. People come to us with their problems sometimes. Well, I shouldn't say us. We're just the caretakers of the temple. I'm sure you've noticed it. The strange building just as you cross over the mountains into the beyond. We've been there a long time. People come to us when they need to know that there's the promise of order in the chaos, or the hope of chaos in the order, or sometimes they're just following a feeling. And that's what I'm doing now. We've known for a while that the temple had a missing piece. So when I started growing up stronger than my sibs, the quest fell on me. My family taught me to be self-sufficient, just in case I needed to be on my own for a while. It can be dangerous wandering around alone, but I'm not worried about finding what I need. I'm sure the path I walk is straight in some dimension.
Captain's log. Ugh, wait, that just sounds dumb. This is Rashiel. Approximately year 2 since leaving Charmond and arriving in Remnant. I decided to start this journal because I haven't been sleeping well, or often, since King Crimson's raid. It's been better as of late, but it's to the point where I need to do something differently or I'll never be productive again. My head keeps replaying those moments over and over, being so focused on protecting the settlement, then falling, trying to make my peace with the certainty of imminent death, then, just as quickly, being alive, safe, on solid ground. Since then, all I ever want to do is just work on what I know best: ciphers, artifacts, Numenera. Licton and I both have that in common now, and we spend a lot of time together building. It helps. In fact, being with Nova helps too. So does being with Verve, more than I thought. Sabine understands more than anyone else, I think. My conversation with her before the raid, it changed me. Changed how I've been carrying my past. I am not defined by my trauma. Remnant seems keen on making us local leaders since the raid. I want no part of that. I just want to continue carving out a life here. This place that I almost died for, this peace that I have spilled blood for, this body that I have spent my whole life hiding. I'm done hiding.
Thank you, Kappa. Hi, everybody.
Hammer emoji.
Thank you, Goat. We are live. Alex, take it away.
Get all.
Hello, everyone. How are you tonight? My name is Alex. I am your GM for the evening. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm very excited to be running tonight's episode of Numenera Remnant. As you can see, you have a guest before you, so we're going to quickly go around and introduce ourselves and our characters before we hop right into a very dangerous situation that our characters have found themselves in. I'm just going based on what I'm seeing on the Twitch overlay. So, Finley, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your character?
Hi, my name is Finley. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Nova, a protective glaive who sees beyond.
Mm-hmm. Kappa.
Hi, my name is Kappa. I also go by Christian. You might also know me as that. Today and every day and every week, I am Verve, risk-taking Jack who will touch the ding-dang sky.
Goat will save you for last. Seth?
Hi, I'm.
Like
You
you cut out. You cut out.
Double tap it.
I have a very
Oh.
terrible cat.
That's
Hi, I'm Seth. I will be playing Rashiel, the mechanical nano who fuses flesh with steel.
All right. And Mare?
Hi, I'm Mare. I use she/they pronouns, and I am playing Lichten Brattlesby, the earnest Jack who rides lightning.
All right. And then for one night only, I'm lying to you because this will probably be multiple nights only. Goat.
Do you want me to say my whole thing? Or should I?
If you have any secrets to keep, those are yours to keep.
I'm not here for that long.
Okay.
They'll have to find out what this all means the hard way. Hi, I'm Goat. I use he, him pronouns. And for as long as it takes, I will be playing Mar, the risk-taking right who shreds the walls of the world.
Whoa!
All right.
That
So,
sounds rad as hell.
it does. But to my knowledge, that is all we have between us and the recap. So, Rashiel, would you graciously tell us what happened last episode?
Of course. So the last time you guys saw us, we had just found out that the vessel in/under which we make our home is having kind of a power issue due to, weird tech viruses. It's totally normal. And it's about to fall out of the sky. We kind of put a band-aid on it for now, but it's not a permanent fix. So we had to go tell our leaders of Remnant that, hey, this thing's about to squish everybody. We need to do something. So the best idea we had was to find a way into the data sphere to fix it, keep it from falling, and squishing Remnant. To that extent, we decided to journey to a nearby settlement called Enthate to tap into the knowledge of one poison eater. This is a place with much more experience with the data sphere than we have, and this poison eater, what's the word I'm looking for? The tradition of the poison eater is kind of rife with knowledge of the data sphere, so we thought that would be the best move to make. In order to get there, Sabine loaned us a flying vehicle, which interesting choice on her part. Verve and Nova both had way too much fun with it, and Ash also had way too much fun with it. And speaking of, I never noticed how similar some of Nova's and Ash's mannerisms are. It's really weird. But that's discussion for another time, I guess. So, thanks to Verve's surprisingly competent piloting, we made it safely to Enthate. We did manage to get to the poison eating ceremony right before it started. It was really, really cool until the dude died, which apparently is not unexpected. It kind of looked like people were taking bets about whether or not he would die this time. So as soon as that happened, he whispered this word as he died, and it was destroyer. And before we know it, Enthate is being sort of kind of almost attacked. It's not quite there yet, but it's real close, by a giant bug / Numenera with rockets all along the sides. And it's really bad. So we are currently trying to flail at this thing and keep it from reaching Enthate, and or also just generally survive.
All right, and with that, we can hop right in. So we will begin our session tonight considering Mar, specifically the fact that you don't really owe any obligation to Enthate in terms of your official capacity. That is not your job, so to speak. That said, you have a vested interest in not dying and not watching your home become a ruin. So what are you doing as a powerful person in this moment?
How much of the destroyer coming am I aware of? Have I seen?
It depends. Would you have intentionally sought out a vantage point from which to look at it? Otherwise, you would not have seen anything unless you were like at the gates or you ran to a tower or something along those lines.
I imagine I would have tried to get some vantage point. People talking about some big scary thing in the sky. Seems interesting.
Sure. Okay, so sure. What you see is the guard of the city, a group referred to as the Zafre, in their brilliant bronze and blue uniforms, all assembling into very practiced, very regimented sort of formations at the southern gate of the city. All facing outwards, looking at this aircraft carrier-sized insectoid creature that was simultaneously covered in metal. You are able to get up to your vantage point just quick enough to see this creature fire a rocket that was like strapped to its abdomen, and it comes up and hits this bright white flying vehicle of some kind. The vehicle stays up, but it's very clear that this is damaged, and it's very clear that this is a very dangerous creature for reasons beyond just its size. You also notice a small group of maybe 10 or so other individuals who are referred to as the Greys. These are sort of like the city's special forces. They are roughly on the power level of like you or other player character type people. The last thing I will say that you see from up here is there's basically like a giant like almost imagine like a giant like spike pit or something like that, like a bunch of like spears just sort of jutting out of the ground, and a lot of them are just stuck with various ciphers and traps and things like that, and you see this whole thing rotate, so a mass of ciphers and traps are right in the way of this creature, and that is what you see.
Just at a glance and quickly, what would I know about this creature?
You would know that I'd say from this distance you'd be able to tell it's part machine, part organic.
Okay.
Not really sure what's the majority, if that even matters. You'd have heard like stories about creatures like this. They're referred to as dread destroyers. They're legendary engines of destruction in ancient war machines.
Okay.
They also do not act of their own accord. They are tools. They're used things.
Okay. Would I know anything about like how to fight it? Or maybe at least how to get it to go away?
That's interesting. If you could somehow control Numenera, if you had any way to exert your will over Numenera objects or devices, that would certainly be a way in which you could interact with it. Alternatively, the best way to fight it is to hit it a lot of times with some big sticks and hope you find a weak point. But there's no instruction manual for fighting these things.
Sure. Do the Zafre seem to know what they're doing in response to it, like, shooting missiles and barreling towards the city, or are they just kind of standing there waiting for something?
They seem to be waiting, almost waiting on orders, it seems. This was a very hastily assembled group of people. And they definitely don't seem to be prepared to deal with something like this. The Greys are a little more active, and they seem to almost be skirting it on the sides, 5 on each side.
Okay. I will run over to the Zafre.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Now is the time to move. Spread out. If those rockets hit a single one of you, it kills all of you. That does us no good. If this breaches the walls, you know what will happen. Go!
Good plan. Out, move out, and you see the Zafre sort of very much spread out. A lot of them are carrying some sort of ranged weaponry of some kind. A lot of the things that are being used now are very improvised devices, like a crossbow with like a cipher, like wrapped around to the end of a bolt. But that is the situation we currently find ourselves in. Why don't we just start at... All right, I'll ask this. For the other members of Remnant, what would you be up to?
Panicking.
Yeah.
Fair.
As I recall, the last thing that happened was that I tried to bug spray this creep, and it did nothing, and then a bunch of people like appeared out of it.
Yes, you would have seen people that are almost seem very much less, but armored in similar metals and stylings as the creature itself. Very noticeably, they have these long helmets that cover their eyes and extend in these like almost like tail things way behind their head. It looks like this like dull gray metal must weigh a ton, probably giving them terrible back problems. But dangling from this extended helmet are these like it's almost like they almost look like long blue braids, but they're cables and wires that are just dangling off the back section of this helmet.
Well, Nova definitely does not understand what those are at all.
Yeah, they're also aiming weapons at you. So they
well, I
very
know
much
what those
seem-
are.
They very much seem to be on the side of the creature. These are sort of ancient projectile weapons that are two-handed things, not unlike Poppy's bread sprayer.
The rifle?
The rifle.
How far away are they from Nova and me?
I'll say an immediate distance.
Immediate distance. So they're right near the hatch, coming out of the hatch.
Yes, they are right near coming out of the hatch. You would need to move a short distance to get like into the hatch, but you could get to them and melee them on this turn.
Okay, Licton, is it time for Plan B?
What's plan B?
Plan B is we stab.
I will shoot. You stab.
Okay.
And I will take out my crossbow to shoot.
All right, sure thing. Why don't you roll me an attack? This is you actually do not yet know the challenge of this task.
Sure.
Would you like to spend any effort?
I will spend 1 level of effort.
All right, sure thing. That'll come from your speed pool.
Yes. I don't think a 5 is gonna do it.
Unfortunately, even with a level of effort, that will not do it.
It's fine.
So you fire this crossbow bolt, and it just it goes pretty wide. You're on this moving platform, which is very much not moving evenly. It's got these like long, big, almost vertically positioned legs that are very much like scrambling around. So it's a rough and bumpy ride. So that does unfortunately miss. And how would you like an experience point?
I would always love an experience point, Alex.
All right. Who would you like to give your other experience point to?
Verve.
All right, sure. So both of you take an experience point. So you you fire your crossbow off, and it just goes right past this person. And in response, they turn towards you, and they like jam their fist into this sort of odd projectile weapon. And I'm going to need you to make a, I'll say a speed defense roll against an arc of electricity.
Can I just like, Avatar Last Airbender style redirect it?
Oh, sure. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you
No.
what. You can do that, but that will be an intellect task.
Oh gosh. No, I'm not gonna do that, y'all.
Okay, then you can
Why
make
don't you
a
just ride it.
speed
I can't-
defense roll.
Well, if I do that though,
wait,
can I
can I
redirect
intercept it?
Can I do it right back at them though if I do it?
I'll tell you what. That'd be a separate roll.
To read. Okay, but if I redirect it, but also to throw it back at them, 2 different rolls.
Yes, 2 different rolls. Nova, you can also decide to intercept the blow.
Yeah, given that we don't know how hard these people hit,
I don't have.
I'm
much
going
of a
to
choice.
intercept it.
Okay, I don't got much
Okay.
of a choice here.
Sure. In that case, you realize that this arc of electricity actually does have something of a solid component to it. There is a bit of a projectile in there that sort of slams you very hard in the torso, but you manage to stay upright for sure. You take 6 points of damage total.
And does the armor reduce that?
Yes, your armor can reduce potentially as much of that as it can.
Okay, so I have 2 armor from the Brigandine, but also this ability gives me an additional 2.
Okay, so interesting. So you will only take 2 points of damage,
Bam, bam.
and that will go into your might pool.
Okay.
All right. So Nova, what would you like to do, having just jumped in front of Licton and been shot in the chest, for lack of a better way to put it.
Okay. Well, I'm not happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am not. Just at a quick sum up, are these people roughly as powerful as I, or do they seem
Lesser.
more muscly?
Lesser
Less
than
so.
by a bit. They're like those bandits you fought if they had like some better weapons.
Great. So I do not need to bust out the big guns, metaphorically. So I'm just gonna attack with my spear.
All right, sure thing.
So it's -1 on the challenge.
Okay.
It takes. Oh, and I'll go ahead and apply some effort.
Okay. Is the -1 on the challenge from skill you have with the spear?
Yes.
Okay, sure. So that means your target number with 1 level of effort would be a 6.
Okay.
Oh shit! I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Oh well.
I know
Target
now.
number is 12, y'all.
I rolled a 7.
Oh my
Woohoo! I
god!
hit
Just
something.
made it. All right, how much damage you do?
7.
All right. Oh shit, that's decent. What does this look like? I'll ask you.
So I see this creep trying to shoot my buddy Licton in the chest, and I just, jump in there and go, ah! And then almost without breaking my stride, I just keep going and stab this
Right.
fool. Since it's not fatal, perhaps like, in the shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Right in the pecs.
For reference, if anyone wants to take a look at this creature, you can find an image in our general chat on Discord. You can do the !! Discord command in our Twitch chat to find a link there. So you bring your spear up and it absolutely crushes the armor plating in this individual's shoulder. You pull it out and it's covered in, well, it certainly is blood red and smells like person blood. But that is the situation.
Nova is not particularly like bloodthirsty, as it were. So,
But
the smell of blood does nothing for me.
Those of us in the flyer, Verve and Rashiel, what would you be up to right now?
Rashiel is probably gathering up all of her nerve for this thing that she thinks would be a good idea to do.
Mm-hmm.
Jules, you staying or you going? I can get close.
How close can you get it?
How close can I get it?
In theory, you could get it pretty fucking close. You are flying a very thin vehicle.
Can I get close enough to hit one of these things with like the landing gear or something? And then drop off her shield.
You could get close enough to hit one of them with the wing. And you're confident, based on the fact that you tanked at least one rocket launch, that you would not significantly damage your vehicle if you. That said, this would be a difficult task for sure.
Let's take some risks, right?
All right, sure. Let's call this a speed roll for your reflexes and piloting skills. I'll call this will be a challenge 6. It's just at the limits of what regular people could possibly accomplish.
All right.
You could spend up to 2 levels of effort.
2 levels of effort, yes.
You could spend those from your speed pool. That'll bring it down to a 12. Do you have any skills you would like to apply?
I'm always going to throw leveraging risk in there. I'm specialized in that.
I'll actually give it to you this time because I think that is a risk. I think, trying to fly that close, that's a risk. I'll give it to you this time.
Okay.
So you've brought it down 4 levels. Your target number is now 6.
Fuck me. Oh, that's a 17.
Ooh, nice. All right. So what happens is you have this person who is like, standing like upright, and you come in and you get him with the wing, and he just folds. And you carry them on your wing for a little bit before they, you drop off. But you are certainly able to just take one of them, the one that Nova didn't injure, I'll say, just completely out.
You
Rashiel,
almost hit us! What the hell?
Oh, Farf would never. He was doing exactly what he meant to do.
I'm
Did
laughing.
you just take out that dude?
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
Last thought, big ugly bug thing. Shields, you're gonna want to get off here.
How close can you get me? Do you see that hatch down there on the butt? Abdomen, but you know it as a butt.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I want to be... I really don't want to jump out, but I have to jump out, so just get me as close as you can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna jump out.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say that was when we took out the dude?
Yes, yeah, that would have been a simultaneous action, I imagine.
Yeah.
So Rashiel, why don't you roll a speed defense roll to be able to land in a somewhat capable, unharmed manner?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Definitely.
I'll say your target number for this will be 4.
Okay,
So-
that's not that bad.
I'm not lying to you. Your level is 4. Your target number is 12.
Okay, that's still not that bad.
Okay, yeah, sorry. You can expand a level of effort from your speed pool.
Yeah, that's happening.
All right, do you have any skills you would like to apply?
Hell no.
All right, let's go.
Let me
Target number
see.
is now 9.
Can I actually, before I just roll naked, is there how much vertical distance are we talking?
Less than 6 feet.
Oh, fuck that.
Because
I'm not
you-
using this then. Okay. Just gonna roll it.
Because you
It's
totally
fine.
just like took out the human height person with a wing.
Cool.
So less than 6 feet. This is more about a speed
It's a
differential
large
than
step.
anything.
Cool, rad, cool, okay. That is a fucking 9?
Oh, you just make it with that level of effort.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you leap off of this wing, and there's a large speed difference. You do almost you almost fall. It's rough to stay up, but you do manage to stay up. You are within an immediate distance of the hatch of this creature. For the creature's turn, it is going to. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Okay, I'll tell you what. How about everyone make me a speed defense roll as this creature uses one of its attacks to it's walking on, but suddenly, especially after you get on Rashiel, it stops. You feel it sink low for just a second, and then it just springs up far higher, far faster than it has any right to. You see a little bit of like jet propulsion coming out from its legs as it does this. It lands with a almighty thud. So why doesn't everyone roll me a speed defense roll to stay on?
And I have do I have an asset from that speed patch thing?
What thing?
The speed patch I bought from Callie.
Have you applied that?
Yeah, I think I did before I jumped out of the
Okay.
car.
Then yes, if that sort of gives you, then yeah, you would have that asset. I'll say this is a challenge level 5. Yeah, I'll say this is a level 5 challenge. So we're
I'm
targeting.
assuming you only mean that for the people on it.
I do mean that only for the people on it. Although Mar, you are very much surprised. Like, damn, that thing got air. Holy fuck. You definitely think that if it was pressed, it could leap clear over the walls of Untitled. That doesn't seem to be his preferred mode of travel, but it definitely seems like that's a possibility, which is very bad because you, as a citizen of Untitled, know that the leader of this town, the Ornus, is in possession of a weapon so powerful that it could destroy the city and any potential attackers who breach its walls.
Yeah.
Mayor, you did good, right?
My first one of the game.
No.
Oof!
Okay.
My effort does not apply.
Yikes!
Fuck me up.
All right, hey, what did everyone else get in the meantime?
I'm spending a point of spending some effort, and I rolled a 13.
13,
so
that'll do it.
Sounds good.
The target number was originally 15. You can spend effort, you can apply skills. Rashiel and Verb, what would you get?
Oh, am I still rolling? I'm not on it.
Oh, you're right, you're not wrong. Never mind.
I'm spending a
You
point
also... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that Verve also gets a really nice view of this thing jumping. You're like, oh, man, fuck.
Holy shit.
Okay, do correct math, sorry. I'm spending another point of effort.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled a 12.
You've spent effort, so yes, you will make it.
Cutting it close today.
Sorry, I had a message. Okay. Yes. So, Nova and Rashiel, you managed to stay on. However, Licton, you topple and fall, and in a moment of just pure reflex, a hand goes out and it grabs onto Nova's ankle. Nova, can you please make one more speed defense roll?
Yes, indeed. I
Target-
again do not want my friend falling off. I will spend some more effort.
All right,
Why
I will
not?
say that you've already succeeded on this once, so you can reduce the challenge. I will also say, if you would like to spend a major effect to keep Licton from falling, that is something you could do, provided you succeed.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, in that case, I'm not going to spend anything now. All right,
No.
so one asset from the thingy,
From doing it once.
and then one from the patch, and I'm spending effort, so I'm bringing it down.
All right, you're bringing it down to a 6.
Okay.
Nova, what
I
happened?
rolled a 4.
Oof.
Fuck.
Bye, y'all.
Okay. How high up are we?
You're a decent bit up. This is a very large creature. I will say that, yeah, you,
No.
yeah, fuck, you two fall off.
Can
Um,
I'm going with you?
Can
Okay.
I sent you a DM. Is that used on another person's turn, not my own? The Numenera, the cipher that I sent you. Yes, maybe? If I'm reading that correctly.
I'll say sure. I'll say you could use it in this
Okay.
situation. Because you would have had a bit of time in which you can grab onto Nova, and during which Nova attempts to escape. So yeah, sure, I'll say you can use it. Why don't you
So-
go ahead and describe describe to the class what the thing you're using looks like.
So around my wrist is basically what looks like a bracelet, but it unravels, and it's actually a small snake-like Numenera device that bites me and gives me like a little burst of adrenaline to give me an extra action before anyone else can react. I would like to try to keep us from falling off.
Okay, sure thing. I'll say for you, you're in a terrible situation, so this will be one level higher.
It's fine. I just don't
So
want to fall, y'all.
this will be of a challenge 6.
What kind of role am I doing?
This is a speed defense roll, or I'll also say maybe might in terms of just like grabbing on and holding on for your life.
I think what I'm going to do is I will do speed defense, try to
Speed
grab,
defense.
and I will use 2 levels of effort.
2 levels of effort. Brought it
I
down to a
should have done
4.
that.
Let me see if there's anything else I can use. I don't think there's anything else I can use, unless my skill in history will help.
Tragically not. You have not yet heard of any dramatic tales of people falling off of giant war bugs.
This one has betrayed me.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use a different one.
Let's go.
A 19.
What? Okay. So you incur a minor effect. How would you like to define your success?
Where are we falling from? We're like about to fall off the edge, right?
You're about to, basically slide off almost imagine like a big cylinder.
Okay, what I would like our minor effect to be, if possible, is I would like to kind of like, as we're falling, I kind of want to have like push and let go of Nova so she ends up closer to the hatch than I do, but I'm farther away.
Okay, sure.
Give
I'll
her
tell
the
you.
advantageous position.
Yeah, sure. So Nova, you were grabbed by Licton for a split second, and you feel like you might fall off as well. But you see him get his footing more secure, and they just shove you. And you kind of stumble forward a little bit, but you do find yourself like almost falling face first down the hole of this hatch.
Yeah. Can we say so that I do like a tumble, and I'm momentarily disoriented. I think I'm
Yes.
about to fall, but then I see, I'm looking right into the hatch.
Yes.
Hi, Nova.
And in there you see a small ladder descending downwards, large enough for people, evidently. Let's see what else. It's got like red emergency lighting, very dim in there. It's very damp and uncomfortably warm and smells like bug.
Ugh. Wait, Bashil, where are you?
I'm at the top of the hatch.
Oh, so we like come eye to eyes then.
Yeah, you probably just like run like right past me.
Are our noses like this?
No.
That's
Oh,
not
okay.
awkward at all.
No, Rashiel would. Hi. I'll be
So-
down in a second.
Sorry for dropping in. Like
No,
this.
that's okay. That's fine. I will. I'll be down in a second. I need to be in there
Fix this
too.
thing
So
out.
this is working out.
All right. So we are back at the top of the round, I suppose. Mar, what would you like to do on your turn?
What kind of distance is this thing from the walls?
I will say that at this point, it's in a long range.
Cool. I definitely look a little panicked.
As you should be.
And I'm going to look, let's see, at the Zafray and say, after I hit it, lay everything you've got into this thing. And as I say that, I lift my left foot up and like take a step back, it looks like, and the disc on my back expands slightly and goes down under me, and I lift up on my hover disc.
Yes.
Oh, don't.
And as it sort of emits this purple energy, I lean forward and use my phase sprint on it.
Okay.
They can both move the same. They can both move up to long distance, so I figure
Okay,
it can keep up
sure.
with me doing this.
Okay.
My
My only question is, what does phase sprint do?
So it says run up to a long distance
That's fine.
and I take no other actions during my action and until the beginning of my next turn. I am partially phased, and
Okay.
some attacks pass through me harmlessly. While phased, I gain an asset to my speed defense, but I lose any benefit from any armor I'm wearing, which I wasn't.
Okay, so you're just like occupying the same space as the creature?
I'm going to move past it, sort of, because I'm going to use the tier 2 ability, which I use as part of the phase sprint.
Okay, as part of phase sprint. Okay.
Right.
What would that be?
Scratch existence. I essentially pass as I fly past it, or to it, I guess, because it's the distance. I like extend my hand out and run my fingers across it, and part of its matter goes out of phase wildly.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
What
And
side of the
inflicts-
thing is this on? Is it on my side or the
This
other
is on the
side?
face side.
Yeah. I want to apply an effort to damage in doing this.
Okay, sure.
It says it's a might thing.
Yes, okay, so it will be a might attack roll. Let's see, I'll put this at a challenge. Okay.
Is this
actually,
taking a risk?
I
I'm
would say
considered trained in things
yeah.
that are gambles.
Sure, I'll say yes. I gave it to Verve, I'll give it to you. So I'll say
Cool.
this starts at a challenge 8. You bring it down. You can expand up to 2 levels of effort, by the way.
Okay.
So with 1 level of effort, you brought it down to a 7. With 2 levels of effort, you've brought it down to a 6.
So I want to spend all my effort on damage, not on easing the difficulty.
Okay. In that case, it is still a challenge 7. Do you have any other things you can apply? Because 7 is higher than you can roll without
Well,
additional help.
I guess then I will use one of my effort to ease it.
And I will
one for damage
also
still?
say, yes, you would still leave 1 for damage. I will also say that if you want to use your that one ability you sent me, this is a challenge 6 task.
Oh, neat. I didn't realize it could apply to that. Yes, I do.
All right. So
Yes. I
you
love
do
it.
not need to roll. How much damage do you do?
So if I don't, okay, so I still have to spend the effort to reduce it to below 6, so only one
Yes.
effort can be spent on the damage.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so I deal. Let's see. Sorry, new character. I deal 4 points of damage that ignores armor.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you fly your ass into this thing, colliding with this gigantic metal faceplate, and you just like push your way through. What does that look like?
it's just this raw purple energy that's emitting off me as I'm flying towards it as fast as I can on my disc.
Yeah.
And as I make contact with it, it just sort of goes outward and then wraps back in and projects me through it.
Okay, sure. So, here is my intrusion that I will give to you.
Sure.
You manage to phase yourself through the creature's face, and you tumble out, falling prone into this control room with a giant metal sphere in the center of it that's very much pulsating, it seems, hooked up to all the other components of this creature by wiring. However, your hover disc does not phase through with you. You are not able to phase that, and so it's like pushing, like, since it's a smart object and it wants to be at you, it's like just stuck on the outside, just pushing on this thing.
That's fair. I'll come back for it.
The Zaffray, though, are going to make their attack. They will do...
Is that all I can do on my turn?
Yes, that is all you can do on your turn.
Cool.
That is a pretty full turn. You use a lot of stuff. I just realized I don't have one of my things up that I needed up.
Okay, if that's all I could do, I would have adjusted telling Zaffray to wait about like 10 seconds after I disappear.
Okay.
And then unload.
Sure. Okay, got you. If my Excel file will load. Oh, mother bitch, it's the wrong thing. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know how this works. So it's like you fall your way through. It's like 5-10 seconds, and suddenly, from the inside you hear thud, 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 of just like arrow impacts and random like projected ciphers and probably an energy beam in there too. The Zaffray, for the fact that they're not really prepared for how to deal with this, they are well equipped. And you definitely feel like, oh yeah, they're out there putting in some work. So they will do. It's interesting because this creature has basically 2 types of HP. And I've got to put it into 1. Okay, yeah, they do a solid chunk of damage to this thing. It roars in pain and kind of convulses in a way before redoubling its efforts, and just sort of pushing forward. We find ourselves at Licton, Nova, Verve, and Rashiel. What would you like to do?
I'll jump in after Nova.
All right, sure.
I'll continue. I'll finish jumping in.
Yeah, sure. You two both fall in. You're in a long hallway with really no what am I saying? No like branching pathways. It's just this one straight shot. It sounds like there's some commotion happening towards the front of the thing, but it's hard to say.
I'm just going to go towards where the head or the brain of this creature would be.
Sure.
Ready to just start wreaking havoc.
Got you. Okay.
That's where I'm headed.
All right, sure. So both of you head off in the direction of the head of the creature. You see a couple on your way there. The most interesting things you see are a couple of like almost they almost look like coffins, but they're like they're like embedded in them are these like human-shaped imprints with like a large mass of like connectors, not unlike yours, Rashiel. It seems like the people you fought are like stored here almost.
Gross. I hate it.
But yeah, you won't be able to get all the way to the front of the thing on your first turn. You'll need to take one more turn to move up there because this is a very large creature. I will though say that you do see someone else. It seems to be in the control room. Mar, what do you look like?
Good question. I do have a cape. Probably should have mentioned that.
Nice.
It's like long and blue. I've got this weird like helmet that kind of has these horns that come out right about here, and I have like it looks like a walking stick, but it's got like this red bit at the top of it. Other than that, my clothes are pretty simple, kind of desert-ish traveler's clothes, kind of loose-fitting and baggy.
All right, that's the person you see before you.
How long is a short duration?
Short duration. What's the ability? Can you read it out to me?
Vanish. Invisible for a short period of time.
Doesn't it specify an amount of rounds? Isn't it? It's like.
Let me pull up my sheets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it mentions something to the effect of like the round after next or something like that.
The invisibility ends on your next turn, or if you do something to reveal your presence or position.
Okay, yeah. So it'll end on your next turn.
At the beginning or the end?
Let's say beginning, because I'm assuming you're going to be taking an action. So unless you do absolutely nothing next turn, it'll be beginning whenever you do something.
Okay. I would like to fade away from existence as I realize that I am on my own and the other two are going into the hatch.
Sure thing, sure thing.
So I just fade away, and I know I can't take an action, but I can kind of do like maybe like take 2 steps to the side, so if they try to attack where I was, like immediate distance move.
All right.
Shit.
Verve, I will say, this was surprisingly not a question that you ever asked me, but I will say that after this amount of time, you notice you're looking around at all of the controls and buttons and things you have before you, and this thing might have some weapons on it.
Oh my god. Is Ash the only one that's with me inside of the craft?
Yes, that is correct. Pretty toasty, pretty warm.
All right, Ash. Wish me luck, and I'm pressing button. I'm pressing whatever looks red, whatever looks whatever's got like a rocket shape on it.
Yeah, right. Okay, why don't you roll me a speed task for aiming?
Okay, speed task for aiming. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm aiming like away from where Licton and where the fight was going on. I'm aiming for like joint or something.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, sure.
Okay. You said what, speed aiming?
Speed task for aiming. I will say that, considering how large this thing is, I will say it's a challenge 5.
Okay.
And you can expend effort or apply skills.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll spend 1 effort.
All right, you spend 1 level of effort. Your challenge is brought down to a 4, target number 12.
Okay. Sorry, I had to update my sheet. No. That's a 1. That's a 1.
Why?
Rip.
You know, I heard
Kill us.
that there's a new math, and 1s are actually like
Larger than 12.
20? One's are the new 20.
1s are the new 20.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay.
I've got a degree in math. Yes, this is true. I was there for the
Facts.
update.
It's like binary or something.
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Like the way it's like in Mayan, like hexadecimal.
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you fire out this, it almost looked like these small discs. And discs, Seth. You fire out these small discs, and they're rocketing towards the abdomen of this creature. They hit, and there is a small explosion that is quickly becomes, rather than like a fire or a shockwave, it's this fiery burst that is eventually eclipsed by this large volume of very rapidly hardening foam.
Ooh, that's cool.
Okay, So you have used one of your 4 of these things. Licton, I'm going to ask you to make a speed defense roll to not get foamed.
Again,
Simultaneously.
This is
What
not
mechan-
the first time
I
I've been
forgot.
foamed.
What mechanically happens on a 1 in Numenera?
A GM intrusion.
Okay.
And the GM intrusion is that this thing is actually going to have enough firepower to put another rocket in your direction. I'm going to need you to make a piloting task to try and avoid it.
I have expended 1 level of effort.
All right, sure thing. This is not going to be that bad of a challenge. I'll say this is a challenge 4. So 1 level of effort brings it down to target number 9.
Mother bitch. I got a 3.
Why?
No.
I hate you, Dice. I hate you.
So as this happens, you're standing there and you see this large disc-shaped projectile just slam into it and explodes with a force that doesn't quite knock you off your feet, but it knocks you back a bit. And then suddenly you're swept up into this wave of foam and you find yourself almost stuck on this mast that's probably 10 feet above the creature.
This is not the first time that's happened.
And your piloting task, Kappa,
Okay.
you can spend effort from your speed pool if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right, sure. You can spend up to 2 levels of effort. This would be of a challenge 7 to begin. 2 levels of effort brings it down to challenge 5, target number 15.
Okay. 16.
Just made it. All right. So, as this happens, you see this rocket get launched off of this thing's abdomen just before the wave of foam seems to cover it up. Rashiel and Nova, you notice on the inside something has covered the hatch. It's dark up there. You've been sealed in.
And I.
You see this rock coming towards you, and you take on some evasive flying.
I was gonna say do a barrel roll, and then.
You do a barrel roll. You end up to get away from it. You go straight up, and then just do a hard drop downwards, and you're able to lose it that way. While simultaneously, you hear a large, almost thundercrack of a sound. And for a second, it's what even did that? But then all of a sudden, you see a large, almost like a large red orb being projected at this creature from the side. Mara, you actually would need to be able to see this. But yeah, this sort of large red orb comes in from almost out of nowhere and just pummels the creature. It dissolves as it does into this fine mist, but it almost knocks the thing straight onto its side as it does.
So we inside feel that shift, right?
Yeah, no, you definitely feel like, oh fuck, someone hit this thing real hard.
Oh. Oh, good.
All right, let's see. That's all of y'all. Mar, I believe we're back to you.
Okay,
Zafre will just continue their assault and do one more mass damage to it.
that's fine. So now that I'm in its head, this looks like it's at least partially machine, right?
Yes, it's very much like a weird hybrid of machine and organic.
Okay. Well, let's hope that you don't function well. Half of you isn't working. And I am going to use Scramble Machine.
Okay.
And I make it unable to function for a round.
Interesting. Can you read out the ability to me?
Sure.
Because this might require an intellect roll.
You render one machine within short range unable to function for 1 round, or I can hinder any action with that machine or anyone using it would make for 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and it doesn't say anything about a roll, does it?
It says 2 intellect points.
Okay, so yeah, you'll cost 2 intellect points, and I'll say this will be an intellect task because this is an enormous creature. You've
Sure.
certainly used this on installations and other objects before, but this is of another caliber entirely.
Sure.
So why don't you go ahead and spend 2 intellect points, and what does it look like as you attempt to scramble the machine?
I just start like I'm pretty familiar with a lot of different Numenera, so I'll just begin looking at it and adjusting settings and just messing with it to try to make it essentially get into some kind of loop and screw with itself for a few seconds while it's trying to figure it out.
Got you. Okay.
Do all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll say this will be of a challenge 7 to begin with. So you can spend 2 levels of intellect effort to get it down to a 5.
Remind me what having edge in intellect does.
Edge reduces the amount it takes to spend from that pool.
Okay.
And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I'm going to say this for now. I believe it applies to both spending effort and activating abilities. So for instance, if you have 2 edge, that might be free, and then you still have 2 points reduced from the roll you're making.
Okay. So I do have an edge in intellect, so...
Okay. So it'll cost you 1, 2...
3 total points?
Yes.
2 for the ability, and then... Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Then that's what I want to do.
All right, sure thing.
Got an 18.
All right. So yeah, I will say that you are somehow able to scramble the creature. However, Goat, and by Goat I mean by extension the entire party, how would you like 1 experience point?
I would love an experience point.
Go for
Okay.
it.
Lifton, honestly, you would be the least affected by this.
I'm fine with that.
I would
Actually,
love an experience.
Kappa,
point
you're
as
not
well.
affected by this either. Mar, Nova, and Rashiel, you're in this creature and you feel it like shudder, and it doesn't quite collapse, but all the lights go dark. All of the machinery seems to stop. The electrical hum, it just all ceases. The creature is still moving. It is still breathing, and it almost provides this deafening roar. As it does, the short definitely seems to have been dirty. Can everyone make me a speed defense roll of challenge 7?
The short was dirty? Like we're getting zapped?
Yes, you're getting zapped,
Oh, okay.
basically.
Got it.
Yeah. It was a improvised process.
We'll spend effort again.
Wait, am I getting zapped?
You're insulated.
Yeah.
The foam does not conduct electricity.
Yes.
Nice job, Verv.
Hell yeah. And I can get out of this. It's fine. I'm not worried.
Calculated.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend effort on this. Oops, hang on.
Sure. You can spend up to 2 levels of effort. This will be a speed task.
So, -1 from the effort, -1 from the speed patch.
Yes, that'll bring it down to a challenge 5, target number 15.
I fail.
Oh, you just make it. All right,
I'm
4.
so excited.
Not great.
Normally I fail a lot more than this.
Rashiel, how are you doing?
13.
13. And what did you spend for this?
I spent 1 level of effort for my speed pool.
Okay, that will not make it, unfortunately.
I know.
All right, so Mar and Rashiel, you both take 10 points of might damage as this bolt of electricity just seems to shudder throughout this entire thing, and you're caught in contact with some of the metal, like just some of the metal in this creature.
Does armor
Oh.
apply?
Armor would not apply to this, no. This
Okay.
is just like electrical ambient damage.
Okay. How does damage exactly work?
It is taken from your pools.
Okay.
So this will be, take 10 points out of your might pool.
Uh-huh.
Does that reduce your might pool to 0 or below 0?
It does.
Okay, sure. So this moves you down 1 step of what's called the damage track. There are 4 steps on the damage track: healthy, impaired, debilitated, and dead. So you are now impaired. Impaired. All of your tasks are 1 level more difficult now. And any damage that excess damage that wouldn't be done to your speed pool, wouldn't be done to your might pool, is now done to your speed. So if it's split 5 and 5, you'll take 5 to speed, and you'll drain your might. That make sense?
Yep.
All right, rad.
I got a bunch of might left. I'm good.
All right, sure.
Is it us?
It is the creature's go.
Oh.
And with none of its weapon systems online, it seems to be doing like a soft reboot. You see, Mar, you mostly see this. Like there are screens where it seems to have like done reboot. It's like processing and turning back on. It is going to absolutely fucking rush the gates of ending. And so it's going to move twice as fast as it normally does to get there. It is going to get to what is called the, I believe it's called the Vallum, which is this sort of spike pit with a bunch of ciphers and stuff stuck to it. It's going to hit the Vallum and tread almost right over it. There are definitely explosions going around, and it definitely takes some damage from these. But it finds itself crashing up against the gate to the city. So you're very much in do or die territory at the moment.
Oh.
The Zaffray and the Greys have already made their attacks. Yes. So now we're back to the players.
I want to run as fast as I possibly can to get to the head.
Sure. Yeah, you make it up to the head. You see a man who very much doesn't seem to fit the particular aesthetic of this creature. He looks pretty beat to shit, but...
Oh, yeah.
I assume you're here to stop this thing as well.
Most definitely.
Okay, I'll take all the help I can get. How much do you know about Numenera?
A lot.
Perfect, finally, someone on my level. Okay, let's do this. Rashiel is going to plug into this thing's brain.
All right. So it would have taken you one more.
Or is that not an action?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It would have taken you one more action just to run up there.
God damn it! Fine.
Is C Mar. Nova, what are you doing? Are you following Rashiel?
I'm going to use feeling like these kind of explosions and the just seems like things are ramping up. I'm going to use Fleet of Foot to zip down the hall, and Mar, are you still kind of like near a bank of something or other?
What do you mean a bank?
Like an instrument panel or?
Oh yeah, probably. I'm probably like clutching it and barely standing, but yeah, probably.
Okay, so I don't know anything about anything, but I'm just going to like run and jab my spear into whatever looks important.
Okay, sure. Why don't you... Oh, to get to the... Did you run up to the control room? Because that would have been an action unto itself.
So Fleet of Foot lets me run a short distance. I have to succeed on a speed task.
I thought they got to the control room last turn, because that's when you had me describe myself.
No,
I think we could like see you from
They saw you down the hallway.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, does it say what level the speed task has to be?
It's a level. Wait, let me just double check so I don't
it's like
tell
3
you
or 4.
wrong. I think it's 2. It's if you succeed at a difficulty 2 speed-based running task.
Then yes, why don't you go roll a speed roll? Target number would be 6.
Okay.
You can spend effort from your speed pool if you would like.
And is the
if I knew you had this, I would have had you throw me.
Is the additional 1 on there because of my armor? It's a difficulty 2.
Yes, I said you can spend effort if you like from your speed pool. Or you can.
Oh wait, because 2 times 3 is.
Yeah, it's 6. Yeah.
I can do math. Okay. I'm running a little low, so I think I'm going to just
roll against 6.
Yeah, roll against the 6. Famous last words, right?
Right. Yeah. Watch you roll a 5.
I rolled a 15.
Hey, you make it.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so in that case.
Yeah, sure.
That's the sound of the spear.
Also, quickly ask you. You know what? Fuck it. I won't ask you to appraise the Numenera in here to see what's important.
I'm not appraising it. I'm like it's just...
right.
No stabs. Okay.
Okay, sure. How much damage do you do when you
7.
make an attack on your? Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm also going to use Crushing Blow, because why not?
Okay, sure. How much
So-
damage do you do now?
So it cost me 2 might to do
Mhm.
that. And then I have to... Okay, so... no, sorry. 6. So I get an extra level of effort. So I think I do 10 damage.
Fuck.
7 plus 3.
Yeah. Fuck, holy shit. Yeah, so Nova, what you were able to do is you were able to charge this thing and jam your spear both through organic components and Numenera components. The result of which is like almost half of the lights in here grow dim, and like some of the screens you see in here just seem to freeze up and stop. As for you also managed to get a pretty decent stab into like what you would realize is like the inside of this creature's skull. You're not impacting the brain that seems to be inside the giant metal sphere in the center of the room, but you're impacting the organic parts inside a creature's skull. That can't be great for the creature.
World's tiny violin playing a bug lullaby.
But yeah, you definitely do some damage for sure.
Yay.
All right, Licton and Verve, what are
Hi,
you up
Nova.
to?
Oh. Hi. I just trying to hit it where it hurts.
It looks like you did that.
How far is the craft that Verve is piloting right now?
I'll say long distance away.
Do I think I can get with my Bolt Rider ability in there?
Yeah, sure.
I would like to yeet away from this bug, please, and
All
back
right,
into the
sure.
craft.
Sure, Verve, as you are piloting, as you have just dodged the rocket that was sent your way, you descend and level off. And you hear this thunder crack, and suddenly you see a much worse for the wear Licton sitting in a seat beside you.
You hit me with those discs, Verve.
You're covered in foam.
Thanks.
No, I'm asking, are you covered in
Yeah,
foam?
I'm still covered in foam.
I'll pretend like I don't see it.
Thanks.
So what does this foam look like it's doing? Is it just like Nickelodeon slime on it? Is it like hardening?
So it would, if you had hit it in a joint like you had proposed, it would have hardened and probably impeded its movement. Because you missed, it seems like it's just, it's just hardened. There's now an extra mass on top of its abdomen. It seems like you might have slowed it a bit, but certainly not appreciably.
I'm gonna try again.
All right, sure thing.
Because
Your target was-
it's at the wall, right?
Yes, it is very much at the wall. It's banging its head against the gate.
Okay. Whatever mechanism is allowing its head to go back and forth, I'm aiming at that.
Okay, sure thing. Fire away. I believe your challenge for this was 6.
Okay.
You can spend
same-
effort from your speed pool.
Yep. Same deal.
Mhm.
Ooh, this is the lowest my speed has been for a while. All right.
Grab.
All right, here we go. My target number is what, 12 again?
If you spent 2 levels of effort, your target number would be 12.
All right, here we go. All right, yeah, that's gonna be 15.
15, you make it. So you do basically a loop to get behind this thing, and you are coming up very fast on it, but you realize you realize you've got like one shot at this, and you fire, and as you see this thing having like extended its head into the gate and pulling back, there's just like a bit of like a gap, and you manage to land the disc squarely in there, and you hear a roar of pain from the creature as it's like this very rapidly hardening foam. You realize now it becomes metal. It is like a metallicizing foam. And you lock the creature's head kind of like where it's at, and it roars and sort of thrashes in the process. And you have like a split second, but you manage to sort of come up and not, put your flyer into the gate of the city.
Oh yes,
Good shot, Verve.
that's what I call pod racing. No,
Oh
no,
my
I don't say
fucking
that.
I wish you hadn't. Anyway, the Greys and the Zephyr are now going to see their opportunity that this thing has like stopped moving, and they're going to run in and be able to use now ciphers and weapons and things of that nature that require them to be much closer. So you see a lot of them come in and just sort of like looking for weak points to stab with various swords and spears and other weapons like that. You see definitely other ciphers going off. This is mostly you and it's mostly Verve and Licton who are able to see this, as everyone else is on the inside. But yeah, the Zephyr and the Greys are definitely able. They're able to get some good hits in for sure. This creature definitely seems to be on its last leg. On its last, I won't say its last turn. On its turn, though, it is actually going to rear back, and rather than use its head to butt in, it is going to scuttle back just a bit and charge, and is going to push straight through the gates to End Fate, and is going to find itself in the very, the very front of the city. Mar, if you had been able to... Mar, you'd probably be able to hear this. This is very bad. This is very bad. If the Ornus thinks that the Greys and the Zephyr can't stop this thing, she will destroy the city. So, in what will be our last round of combat, one way or the other, how would you like to progress?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. All right, sure thing. Nova, mother bitch. Rashiel, you're going to you're going to find a port easy enough in this place, and you're going to be able to plug in. That's not going to be that bad. Would anyone else like to do anything before we go into Rashiel plugging in?
Is there... I'm going to like run up. Rashiel, is there anything that I could do to help? Yeah. What can I do?
I don't know. I honestly haven't even looked around to know what is going to be useful in here.
Do I know what would be useful in here?
Define
or how to help.
How to help. If you tried to scramble at the same time, you might be able to lower its defenses in a way. I should have made you roll for that information. Oh, fucking roll.
I mean, I can retroactively roll.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
You're a smart cookie. You know what you're doing.
When all the lights went out just a second ago, that was me. I could do that again, and maybe you'd have an easier time.
We have to, yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right,
Nova, I don't know if you want to do your patented stab or...
Hang off on the stab.
Hold off on the stab? Okay.
Might damage something we need.
Stab can be plan B.
Stab is plan B.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to begin with Mar. You're going to be rolling again against the creature. I believe this was a 7 last... No, it was an 8 last time because you had to use an intrusion to hit it. So yes, this will begin at a challenge 8. I'll say you succeeded once, so that'll give you an asset. Challenge 7.
Okay, so then I will spend... It's intellect, right?
Yes, this will be from your intellect pool.
Okay, so I'll spend two levels of effort.
That'll be 6 points total, and you can reduce it by your edge. No,
Yeah.
5 points total, and you'll reduce it by your edge.
Yeah.
All right, and we're losing at 2 levels, bringing you down to a challenge 5, which would be number 15.
Well, I rolled a 17.
You make it. So once again, you see like the electronics on this creature just begin to turn back on, and you're like, fucking nope, and you you project this purple
Not right now.
Between interacting with the machinery and projecting this purple energy again down the body of this thing, you are able to shut its electronics down for one more round. Rashiel.
That sounded promising. That seems promising.
Oh,
Did you do it? Okay, Rashiel's just gonna plug into whatever closest, more Numenera looking thing is. pull cord and splat.
All right, sure thing. Why don't you roll me an intellect task?
Of course I'll roll an intellect task. Does my
You'll have-
specialization in understanding Numenera apply?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you.
Okay.
So that'll bring it. The challenge was originally going to be 8. You've brought it down by 2 levels. I'll say that because you successfully shut its system down, that'll be another 2 assets. So you brought it down from 8 to a 4.
What about plugging in?
Yeah, so shutting it down helped plug in.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, so you brought it down. Would you like to spend any effort?
Hell yes.
So you can expend up to 2 levels of effort from your intellect pool.
I have plenty of intellect left. I will be doing that. And I
Alright.
have 2 edge to do so.
All right, sure. You can spend 2 more levels of effort. You brought it down 6 total levels to a challenge 2. Your target number is 6.
Do not fuck this up for me.
You have experience points.
I don't actually.
You don't.
No, I spent it on that reroll last time.
Oof.
Or advantageous malfunction.
Didn't you know you just got one from Goat?
Just
Yeah.
got
Oh,
one
shit,
more-
you're right.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
intrusion gave
You
yeah.
right? Thank you.
F in chat.
I feel better now. Let me just put that in there. 1 experience point save. Okay. 15.
What?
15.
15. All right. So, what is most certainly a very short and quick experience to everybody else here, Rashiel, time seems to slow down as you plug into this creature, and you experience very similar to some of the other times you've plugged into complex machinery. You feel all this stretching, pulling, as if you're becoming larger than you were ever meant to be. You again experience this very out-of-body experience as you connect with this creature, the Dread Destroyer. You feel ages, untold eons pass where you just wait dormant for instructions that will never come. And then, finally, one day, you're given purpose. You are allowed to do the one thing that you were put on this planet to do. To kill and to destroy. You're half insect, half machine. Most people wouldn't expect you to have feelings, and maybe that's not quite what this is. But you, Rashiel, you can only process receiving this information, these orders, pure, unadulterated joy. But you were able to stop it.
Is there any way I can, like, pull it out of the gate? Like,
I'll say sure, yeah.
just like, hey, I'm fucking off now, and then shut down.
Yeah. So, yeah, the creature, what was probably charging just a second ago, it stops dead in its tracks and begins to back up, walk out very slowly. Following that, there's a small, quick surge of electricity as the the sphere in the center of the room fries the creature's brain instantly, and it just collapses.
Ow?
Everything goes silent and dark. Rashiel, you return to your body.
Am I okay?
Yeah, you're mostly okay.
Okay. I don't know if I got zapped. I'm making sure.
No, yeah, no. You physically did not get zapped. You would have definitely like experienced some sort of like a phantom pain, or like just sort of an empathetic pain if you feel any empathy for this thing.
Rashiel
but-
doesn't. Seth does.
Okay, fair.
Can I?
We find ourselves in the ruin and the wreckage of the Dread Destroyer.
I unplug and just plop on the floor.
You absolutely may.
I'll run over to your side and kind of like gently, if it's okay, like gently like touch your shoulder, support you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Rashiel, what? Is it? It stopped moving. Is it dead?
I think it's dead. Do you think it's dead? I'm going to ask the mysterious caped figure.
Oh,
It's dead. This sort of thing either destroys or is dead.
There is
It
no.
doesn't
There
sound like
didn't
it's
seem.
destroying.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be like a lot of functions in between those two things from what I just saw.
Good job.
no.
Thank you, and thank you for shutting
Mar.
it down. Mar, hi, I'm Rochelle. Thank you for this.
You're welcome. It's not every day that I would find many people inside a machine like this.
We could say the same of you. We were up top. How did you get in here? Have you been in here this whole time?
No. That's just something I can do every now and again.
Well, can we get out and talk about it? Because it smells really bad in here.
Yeah, agreed.
Sure. The foam on the metallic foam is very hard and very fast acting, but you also realize it dissolves pretty quickly. It's sort of almost this pile of fine powder. So you definitely get yourself covered in these like little iron filaments as you're crawling out, climbing up the ladder. But find yourselves no worse for wear.
Do we look bitchin' as we crawl out of the hatch covered in like iron particles?
I mean, as bitchin' as you can look, given the amount of effort you just exerted.
True, fair.
Lowercase e, like human effort.
Yeah. I'll take it.
What happens with the creatures on top when the bug is shut down?
Oh shit, you're right. One of them was still alive. I'm gonna be real honest with you. You killed the one with the wing, and I just lost track of the other one. I'm gonna say that it was, but like realistically, I'm also going to say that creature would have just been absolutely decimated by the first shot from the discs.
Foam.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, you absolutely you foamed it.
Okay.
Verve, you want to maybe land on top and we can get the others?
I was gonna say, let me plug up this hole with this super useful foam. You want to get out and do your thing, make sure everyone's okay, and while I take care of this big old hole in the wall?
Yeah, but I ain't jumping this time. You're gonna have to help me down. I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not riding that lightning.
Okay. I'll drop Lichten off. Where would you want to get dropped off? I was referring to like inside the town, make sure everyone's okay, or do you want on top of the thing?
We can see Nova and Rochelle and the mysterious figure okay, right? Alive.
You can see them just getting out.
Yeah, I would say drop me off in the town then.
Okay.
And I would go up to some of the guards. All right, well,
And-
good.
And I'll start pew pew
So-
and building up and plugging up this hole.
All right, and that is where we will quickly take our break. I will say right before I tell all of my players, please take 4 experience points each for defeating a Dread Destroyer.
The one thank you I give to whoever donated all that creature meter stuff last week.
Man, what a bastard.
I know.
It seems to have worked out pretty well for everyone, so I don't know, they can't be that bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
Better not show his face around here, is all I'm saying. No.
All right, everybody, we are going to get up, take a stretch, run to the restroom, grab food, and
Or a drink.
pets.
2 drinks?
Yeah, I've been working on it.
All right, y'all. We'll be back in like 5 to 10 minutes. Pet your pets. Hydrate. Bye.
Oh baby, I love your madness.
Welcome to our Patreon. Here on Open for Adventure, we are making high quality Dungeons and Dragons content, folks. We have a great big world to share with you, and by becoming a patron, you can help us explore and expand upon this adventure. With your support, we can invest in more amazing artwork, better mics, fancy cameras, and overall stream quality. Not to mention, help us get some amazing new merch that we can use for giveaways. What do you get by becoming a patron? I'm so glad you asked. Let's take a look at the different levels and give you a sneak peek at what you can get at each tier. Did you know that the family of the First Lord Theo, the leader of the rebellion against the Empire, actually invented firearms nearly 25 years prior to the current campaign? The designs for this high-tech weapon are the Delaney family's best-kept secret. Also, they were originally invented by the late First Lady Victoria, Theo's mother. Access to lore leaks like this is what you can expect from the first tier, written in blog-style posts after each weekly session. Ever wondered what goes on off-camera? The next 3 tiers give you exactly that. With Stolen Moments, you can get access to text-based roleplay moments, highlighting experiences that don't make it onto the stream, like Leona's training session with Ray and Asmrin. Stolen Moments Plus gives you access to roleplay moments featuring our guests, non-player characters, and historical figures, featuring the likes of Marshall, Annalena, and even the Empress herself. And Roleplay Addiction takes us to a whole other level. This tier gives you exclusive 30-minute videos of canon interactions not otherwise seen on stream, like late-night drunken interactions between paladins or tender moments featuring your favorite character ships. The Warm Fuzzies is super simple. It's everything I've listed so far, and also you get your name on stream after our weekly regular sessions. Every session. And our undying love. And finally, the most epic of all Patreon tiers. Drum roll, please. The Loremaster. This ultimate and final tier gets you first look access at all of the content going into our upcoming, official, open for adventure campaign setting. Lore, maps, monsters, items, dungeons, dragons. Go ahead, have a look around, make yourself at home, and consider becoming a patron to help us make this fantasy world a little bit closer to reality.
Oh, hi! My name is Express Love. I'm the Senmarian god of coffee. Did you know that in Senmaria, every cup of coffee is made with found familiar coffee beans? That's canon. In Senmaria, every cup of coffee is good coffee because it's made with love by found familiar. Did you know that every bag of found familiar coffee features artwork from incredible members of the tabletop gaming community? That's canon. Each blend and roast of found familiar coffee features cool D&D names like Thieves' Cant, Face Step, and Pact Magic. In Senmaria, every royal meeting that Ray attends features the Cartographer's Blend, a brew of coffee made by found familiar in conjunction with Devon Rue. Now that's canon. Found familiar coffee. Buy it today.
To play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me.
Hey, all, we're back.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. After a well-deserved player break, God damn it. After a well-deserved player break from fighting one of the most dangerous creatures the Ninth World has to offer, and all of our player characters surviving.
The second time.
Lichten's second time. We find ourselves in the city of Enfate. Particularly the now that you are like getting out and being able to survey the situation, you realize that the Zaffrey have taken some solid losses. The Greys seem to be mostly intact because they seem to embrace more hit and run type strategy. They were able to cut in and out and remain unnoticed long enough that it seems like all 10 of them did make it out. The Zaffrey, however, seem to have lost whatever their entire force is, at least maybe half of what was out there today. For now, though, assuming that all of you have reunited at some point, you are being approached by an older woman, maybe 40 or 50, in this long yellow-orange robe. That was quite a favor you've done for our city.
This thing happen often?
No, I cannot say it does.
You might want to invest in some exterminator insurance.
We do what we can. In any case, I greet you. Locals generally refer to me as the Ornus. I am in charge of the city in one way or another. Is there any way we could possibly repay you for the favor you've done us?
I just kind of look at Rashiel and Nova.
Well, we kind of did come here to learn more about the datasphere.
I see.
We witnessed your poison-eating ritual, and then everything kind of went sideways, so if you could provide us with some information about anything you know about the datasphere, it would be of great help to us in our settlement.
You have a settlement?
Oh yeah, we have a town like that way. Couple, 100 miles, maybe 2?
About 100 miles southwest. It's fairly new. It's only been there like maybe a year and a half in the jungle.
But there's a shit ton of people now, though.
Let's not talk about it. You might have heard of it, but I don't know how far them watchers are. How far they come out.
Hello, I'm Verve, by the way.
Hello, Verve. Good to meet you.
My name is Licton.
Good to meet you as well, Licton.
Rashiel.
Rashiel?
Nova.
And
I'm not familiar with this person here, but welcome to meet them too.
We know each other already.
Mar and I worked together before. In any case, I can certainly provide you the information you're looking for. However, I regret to inform you that learning it does not come without its own risks.
What could be the risks of learning something? We just fought a destroyer.
To be frank, I just plugged into that thing's brain to stop it, so risk is not really something I'm super afraid of right now.
In that case, I hope you will then follow me. And the Ornis, if you will follow her, leads you to the arena in the center of town.
I follow.
Cautiously follow.
Sure. It seems like the small. It seems like the southern side of the city realistically was a decent place for, well, as good a place as possible for this sort of a thing to occur. Because there weren't many outlying houses or settlements or structures. So it doesn't look like they've needed to use the arena for a temporary shelter or anything like that. As a result, it is mostly empty. And sorry, my volume's doing something weird. It is mostly empty, and the Ornis will lead you to the center of the arena. I personally do not have the information you're looking for, but I can provide you a way to access it.
Through the poison-eating ritual, I'm assuming, since we are here.
Yes.
Well,
Didn't that kill a dude just like
less
few
than an
moments
hour
ago?
ago.
Mm-hmm. You did.
And it knew the destroyer was. They knew the destroyer was coming based off what I'm assuming he saw.
Mm-hmm. He did. The poison grants us a sight into things that have not yet happened, or things that happened long ago, or things that are happening right now, just too far away for us to tell.
Do you have anyone we can maybe talk to that has survived the poison eating?
I have.
Then why can't you just talk to us as is, with general questions about the datasphere?
Because the information you get is not always the same. I did not learn anything of the datasphere as a place when I consumed the poison.
What is it you all are wanting to know about the datasphere?
We need to connect to it. We need to find a way to enter into it. We were told that this
Sadly,
was the place to come.
I do not have that information personally. The poisons do link one to the datasphere for a time, but
Let me put
What is it?
Go ahead, Nova.
When the person eats the poison and succumbs, what is it that kills them?
that doesn't always kill them. Ideally, it won't. We just can never be sure.
Is it a weakness of the body or of the mind?
It depends on the poison. There are 10 possible ones that could come out, and we quite frankly don't know.
This is a very strange ritual.
Also very chancy and
Perhaps.
risky.
Perhaps. But, well, from personal experience, I can tell you it worked quite well. Do you want to know what I saw when I consumed the 10th poison and graduated, so to speak, from the position?
If you don't mind telling us.
I have a feeling that you're going to tell us anyway.
You, all here.
I'm sorry.
This is
How
the
long ago?
exact scene I saw. Oh dear. 25, 30 years ago, maybe.
I was a child then.
I wasn't
sad.
born.
I was a bit younger.
That is the true sight. Just what people dream of. The stuff of legends.
Damn
What happened
dangerous.
next in your vision?
Nothing. We came to this crossroads and that was it. One of you may volunteer to consume the poison.
Do you mind if we talk it over?
I do not mind at all. I think that would be incredibly wise.
If I may ask, you undertook this incredible risk to see what others can only dream of, to achieve a true sight, but your vision came with no warnings, no lessons.
On the contrary, most of them did come with warnings. We used that information to great effect to defend and fate.
But you saw only us. You could not know if we were saviors.
I consumed this poison 10 times.
I see.
Most of the time, we got very actionable information for which the Greys and the Zafre were able to make proper preparations and... fight off bandits and Jurasker one time. On the other hand, the last time I consumed the poison, this was all I saw.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to talk about this.
If you prefer, I could wait outside. I don't want to intrude.
I just shrug and look at everyone else.
I don't mind if she stays. Maybe she can weigh in on...
I have no preference.
I can step back as well, since this seems like a personal thing, and
Have you taken part in the poisoning?
No.
no.
But you're familiar.
Yes. Sort of.
I think the personal opinions and knowledge won't be not wanted, so I don't mind if they stay. But if one of y'all want them to step back, I don't mind.
Please stay.
You're not. It's not like you're forcing us and shoving it down our throat. So
Case, then deliberate away.
What is it? What wisdom is it that we are hoping to gain from this?
well, to deal with our problem back home.
It seems like there's no control over what the nature of the information you get is.
And what we need is a connection so that we can enter into.
Well, I know we need the data sphere for a couple reasons. One, to deal with our issue home with the vessel, and maybe where a hub is for you, Nova. Because I think that's the only way we're going to be able to deal with it anyway, but we don't know what information we're going to get.
And we can only pray that the forces above connect us with something that is meaningful and useful. It's a move of great faith.
Like, I know a little bit about poisons, and I've done some research since the past year or so, but I don't know how much that's going to help me, but who wants to... Asking someone to ingest poison that's not part of a regular part of their life is asking a lot, especially when the life's on the line.
I am strong of body. I would be willing to face a physical risk, but I know my mind is not as strong as others.
What's the survival rate?
About 60% of our poison eaters survive their first poisoning. I'm the only one who's ever survived all 10. So, I can assure you, you won't be consuming 10 poisons today. Just the one.
Absolutely not.
60%.
Give or take.
Verv, how do you feel about those odds? Verv, does those seem like good odds to you?
For me, I would take it, but if it was me, looking at things the way they are, no matter what, we need to be able to get back home.
What?
I feel like if anyone was gonna get any of us back home, I don't mean to be selfish. I think it would be me. I can take it if you want, but it's gonna require a crash course in being able to pilot the craft back home, no matter what the outcome.
I think you should maybe hold back and maybe just be ready to pilot us back. I'm also not opposed to taking it, but maybe not today. I think more than one of us have taken a beating. And if it is poison, I'd like to be at more full strength than what we're at right now. Rochelle, what do you think? What's going through your noggin?
So the information that you get from the ritual, does it depend solely on the poison, or does it depend on the person as well? Or do you know?
It's hard to say. Typically, if I had to make that determination, more on the person consuming the poison than the poison itself.
Knowing that, what do we want to do? Nova, you've seen me in the data sphere.
You were a good companion, sir. You were also one person who could really get through to the Jurasker. It was as if you knew each other from a long time.
Now look at them, best friends.
I think we should. Is it alright if we sleep on it?
Absolutely.
To be faced with what may be a life and death decision after a near brush with mortality is. Well, it is a lot to face at the end of a long trip.
I understand.
Yeah, I agree. Take a sleep. Final decisions in the morning.
I'd be curious to know, for how long has this tradition been a part of your city?
As long as anyone can remember. As long as anyone has decided to write about the city.
And it has always guided your actions and your decisions?
As much as it can.
How are your poison eaters chosen?
It's usually, well, it's complicated, but sometimes volunteers, people who want to help the city in some way. People are never coerced or forced to or anything like that. Sometimes people volunteer. Other times we search and ask people we believe would be good candidates.
Do you think we'd be good candidates? Other than just offering us as a favor?
I do.
Was that personal opinion or the influence from your vision 25 years ago?
Personal opinion, mostly. Like I said, if any of you even do decide to consume the poison, I don't know which one of you it would be. But, really, the heart of this practice to begin with is an individual risking themselves for the betterment of the community around them. 4 of you don't even live here. And you're willing to do quite a lot for us.
People in beyond gotta stick together. Sorry, Nova, I did not mean to interrupt you.
I was going to say the same thing. I think we have all learned over the last years that working for others is the only way to ensure your survival. Even when you think you are working alone, you are really part of something greater.
In any case, I welcome you to sleep it over. Sleep on it. That was an Alex thing. Words. I welcome you to sleep on your decision. I obviously will be here in the morning.
Now, while we think about this, I have to ask, what kind of foods and desserts or treats are available in the city? I have just so much fighting on an empty stomach, and now so much life and death decisions.
You weren't fighting on an empty stomach. You had the bread pudding earlier.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Nova's got fast metabolism.
I do. You see these?
I might
What do you
be
think
of a bit of
sustains
service.
them?
Oh? You said
Since
your name was Ma?
Yes, since I live here.
Mar, you would know that there are 3 places that are really great to go for food. One of them is called the Eternal Market. It is towards the center of town. Really sort of built almost around this arena in which you stand now. It's basically a big, large market with hundreds of stalls. Some of them sell permanent goods like clothing or stuff like that, but others are food items. And there's a variety of different foods here, and it's honestly, interestingly enough, none of you would have seen any farming in Envape or around Envape. So that's the first place. The second place you would know of is less like real proper food, but there are these snacks called salt petals. They're these flowers that have this like caramely sweet coating, but the flowers themselves are actually incredibly bitter. Most people around the city can't get enough of them, but a lot of travelers think they're garbage. And finally, the last place you can think of is a place called the Green Road, or more specifically underneath the Green Road. It appears to most people as just a green road. Also running or near the market around the arena. You would know, however, that it is green because the Green Road is actually transparent and you are looking down at a forest. And this is where a lot of the fruits and other agriculture that are used in Enthate's food are grown. So you have 3 sources of food that are, popularly available.
So if y'all are more of the do-it-yourself type, there's the Green Road. Could take you for a bit of a local favorite, so we can test your palates and see how you all measure up. Or pretty much the market around. You could find anything. Pretty much. Any food.
I'm here to try new things.
Yes.
I'm fine with whatever. I just want to sit down.
Sure.
Or maybe we can talk about this a little more.
Seems you all are a bit tired, so maybe the Green Road is not the best way to go about it, since that's a bit fresh and effort afterwards. To the market.
Yes, thank you. I follow.
Sure, yeah. And like I said, you it honestly does take a little bit for the market to sort of revitalize. At some point, though, people do need to buy food and buy, supplies and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it takes a few hours, but eventually the market, it doesn't seem to be back up to maybe its full capacity. You do see several empty stalls, but eventually at points it becomes lively enough that you're able to get food. There's a pretty decent spread between meats and fruits and vegetables and pretty much any sort of... Yes, there would be tubers.
Donuts?
Sure.
Uber
Actually,
donuts?
you know what? No, I'll say that the most of the sweets in this town have been edged out by the salt petals.
Fair.
I'm gonna buy one. I'm gonna eat it.
All right, sure. You buy one of the salt petals. That will be 1 shin for
Okay.
this small bag of. Yeah, it almost looks like this cellophane bag full of flowers, and like I said, whether you enjoy it or not is kind of up to you.
Can I roll to see if it's gross?
You may roll to see if it's gross. Sure. I will let you determine what the numbers mean in terms of that, but I will say that it is described as the flowers themselves are very bitter. They're very bitter. I'm sorry. They're very bitter, and they're covered in this salt caramel coating, which definitely leaves a sugary sort of coating on the inside of your mouth, and they're also, if you're not accustomed to them, generally leave you with a bit of indigestion. So they're an experience, to be sure. Locals fucking love them.
Oh, before you do that, may I just say,
What? Huh? What?
How are you feeling?
Okay, evens are it's gross. Odds are it's delicious.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Rashil, can I try one?
That's a 3. This is so good. Yeah, here, try one. Here.
Well, maybe...
a whole mess of them. This is delicious. Why don't we have these here over at Remnant? These are really good. Verve, do you want one?
I don't know.
I don't know. Mar seems
people who are used to eating them like them a lot. If you haven't eaten a lot of them, I suggest just eating it very quickly. It has a bit of a punch at the end.
I like it.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't hate it.
You all are surprising for more than one reason.
I will eat one. And I hate it so much.
That's more of a normal reaction.
More for Rashil, I guess.
Oh, these are after a good workout. If the salt is, it really hits the spot.
Yeah, it's good, right?
So good.
Yeah.
I don't know why these two don't like them.
I don't know. They're not cultured.
I'll pat you on the back, Verve. It's all right, friend. Here, drink some water. Have some water, please.
What if we put some on ash? Are they better roasted?
No, do not.
Oh, okay.
No, they just light on fire and burn.
Oh, it is a flower.
And,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And Ash is real good at lighting things on fire.
We could get some meats to barbecue on Ash. Would that be better, Verve? And I
Give
poke
me
him.
another. I will.
Why are you trying it again?
Okay, Rashiel will give him another.
I don't know. Try everything twice, right?
All right, all right.
I like you.
He's a mess. Don't inflate his ego.
I like you too, and pop it in.
He is a mess. I will second this.
But he
Nova,
got us here.
Nova, how would you like one experience point?
It's so good.
Verve, don't bullshit this. I've known you long enough.
It's really.
I'll take the one that's in your hand and just eat it.
No, what a shame.
Am I muted?
No.
Okay. I might have not been loud enough. Nova, how would you like one experience point?
Always.
All right. So who would you like to give your second experience point to?
Rashiel, the other person who likes the tasty flowers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi, tasty flower.
I love flowers.
Flowers.
So you are not sure where or why. You swear you've heard the name Mar before.
So, as we're all, with that in mind, as we're all going about our business, I'm going to, what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get Licton, I think, and say, Licton, if you don't like those flowers, look over here. I think they have, oh, look, bread pudding over here. I'm going to grab your elbow and like drag you over a few steps away.
You're not a very good lion. I'm usually not good at telling when people are lying. So, what you need?
Have we ever met this Mar before?
I don't think I have. Has he visited the Koya before? The Koya?
Oh, that must be it. Because, his name is so familiar to me.
Alex, I have a skill in history.
Okay.
Is this something I am able to apply to a roll to try and recall the name Mar?
In theory, sure, but I'll say it'll be a difficult roll.
How difficult?
It's not associated with your personal memory.
Okay.
I will say challenge would be 18.
So a 9. Challenge 9. Roll in 18.
Challenge.
No, challenge 6.
Oh, I can't do. Sorry.
Yeah, it's times 3.
Okay.
Challenge level 6. Target number 18.
And were we able to take any rests in this time, by the way?
Nobody asked me to. However, action rests are, you can retroactively take those for sure.
What about 10 minute?
I'll say sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that quick.
While we are eating our pet.
I said I was sitting down after that fight, so
Yeah.
that's an action rest.
And just so you all know, the rests go, you have to take action, then you have to take 10 minute, then you have to take 1 hour. They go in order.
Then I would like
What all does a rest do?
A rest, you get to roll a recovery die. I believe at this point that's 1d6 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to distribute that to your pools in any way you see fit, so long as you don't exceed your regular maximum.
Oh, I won't. That's fine.
I'm going to do set an action rest as well. While
And
we're
your
here.
rests, your rests come in one action, 10 minute, 1 hour, 10 hour. And after the 10 hour one, it resets.
There are the low rolls.
Then I would like to roll. And I would like to apply 2 levels of effort in my history skill.
Okay. Brought it down to a 9.
Okay, I'm just doing my math for not my bene, my pools.
Uncles will swear that the green petals taste different, but they're all the same.
And what does the white one
Oh,
taste
good.
like? Is this pineapple? Is it just clear?
No, they're none of them are different. They're all caramel salt.
I brought it down to a challenge 3 with skill and 2 levels of effort, and I got a 10.
All right. So, I don't know if I can speak specifically. Okay, here's what I can tell you.
And maybe we're like going back and forth and like brainstorming here.
You would have heard this story probably at the coil somewhere. You would know that the coil itself is a sort of damaged datasphere hub. It used to be fully functional and people could go in and, ask questions and sort of consult it. But now, not so much. And they not recently, actually a long time ago, they dispatched somebody to try and fix it. They equipped this person with all of the best gear and equipment and maps and knowledge that they had, and let this person loose into the greater world to attempt to find a way to fix their connection, which had been done several times before. This is somewhat of a tradition. This person would take the title of Pilgrim. Nova currently holds that title.
Except I didn't get the gear and the maps, and so they just gave me like this fucking pointy stick and were like, off you go.
This is true because the last pilgrim went missing in action.
Oh no!
Last
I'm
pilgrim.
such a disappointment.
The last pilgrim, whose name was Mar.
I love that Licton knows this, and now
I just kind of stopped talking after a second. I want to look at Mar from across wherever we're sitting. How old does Mar look?
See, the red ones, though, I find that the red ones are less bitter.
They all taste the same to me, honestly, at this point, but they're so good. How do people not like these? I don't get it.
After the first 6 months, I started to appreciate them.
Well, some people, I guess, just don't have a refined palate. It's delicious.
It's what
Like
I imagine dry mouth to taste like.
Why do you keep eating them then?
I will.
Yeah, I bought these. That was my shin.
Slowly but surely, I will conquer them.
I'll put another shit on the counter and get another bag.
Yeah, the guy behind the counter, a man named Sarek, he sort of hands you another one.
Verv, how come whenever we eat together, you always say, no, I don't want anything, and then you always end up eating off my food?
That doesn't happen.
It happens all the time.
You did that to me all the time when we were dating, Verv.
You're not even, are you even there?
I feel like they're talking real loud. I'm just calling out. Don't lie.
I love like Verb has this effect where anytime he says something like bullshitty anywhere, like anyone within like 100 feet of him is like, that's not true and you know it. Anyway.
Mari, you do have a question for you. How old do you look?
He's aged well, but definitely 40s, maybe late 30s at best.
And how long ago did the coil break down, Alex?
The coil would have broken.
Been about 15 years.
Yeah, it would have been. It would have been a long time. They would have given Mar plenty of time to work on this before outfitting and equipping. Well, not that they actually outfitted and equipped Nova because Mar had all their shit, but before sending Nova out.
Mar's a very common name.
I don't say anything for like a long second because I'm like staring at Mar from across like the market.
What do you recognize him too?
I don't know him.
Is he famous?
Ma was the name of the last pilgrim from the coil. I read it in one of your books.
No, that can't be right. I remember him telling me about the last pilgrimage.
But did they tell you their name?
They were. All I know is that it was a young man, very, very handsome, very talented. They gave him everything that they had to make his journey successful. The maps and the gear and Also tools. That's why all I have is I had to rely on my strengths.
Nova, it might
What?
not. I think you should talk to him about this. If this is the same Ma, then he might have an inkling on what you need to do, because obviously he didn't do shit. Because the coil's still broken.
Tell me about it. Say we're. Oh, what is the odds? Is that our paths would cross here in a destroyer?
You're the one who sees the paths, not me.
No. It would be just my luck. All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna.
So Mar, where are you from?
Small town, pretty far south.
Cool. I know nothing of this area. That's so descriptive.
It's not that important.
I want to come back up to the group and kind of like put my arms around like Rashiel and Verve and be like, maybe let's go get some food for the group.
Why are you touching me?
Shut up, Rashiel.
Don't touch me.
Let's go get some food for the group.
I'm hungry. Fine. I'm good.
My treat.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of want to like.
Yes.
Like.
Brad's paying you guys.
Fuck you. And I want to like herd them away from Nova.
What about Mar?
Ma is capable of fending for himself.
He brought us here. That's not very nice. And he shut down. You weren't in there, but he shut down that bug like twice. I wouldn't have been able to stop it without him.
That's fine. Your group needs time and things to do. My home is, if you go up the market and you turn left, well, okay. Maybe not left. Is it right? Right is probably faster this time of day. Turn right, go down to the end. My home has the blue roof.
Oh, okay. Sounds snazzy.
Nova will meet you there.
Yes, will you pick me up one to go of whatever? One of whatever you're having.
You're not allergic to anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
I don't have much of a sweet tooth, but
Allergic to tubers.
I'm not allergic to tubers. I love tubers.
Who said? No one said anything about tubers.
I heard a voice.
Nova was talking about tubers earlier. It's fine.
I don't know what her obsession is with them, honestly.
That's
kind of weird.
They can be cooked in a variety of different ways.
So can a lot of other foods that are more delicious.
You can cook them in hot water. You can like make them into a paste. You can put them into like a slow cooked soup.
Yes, all these things are also true of the cauliflower.
You sound amazing. I want to replace this taste in my mouth with whatever that is. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. And as soon as we're away, I let go of Rashiel.
Thank you. I'm gonna actually like take 2 steps closer to Verve because I'm weirded out.
I'll explain on the way. And like as we're walking away, I will give them the short version on why we're leaving those two alone.
Oh, that's cool.
Your friends are... I say friends. I assume friends. You all seem friends?
Friends and more than friends.
Congratulations.
Our paths walk in a parallel direction. Oh, what about you? What about your path, pilgrim?
It's an odd name.
But it is your name, or it was your name, was it not?
You might be a bit confused. Mar is my name.
Where did you say you were from?
Small village to the south.
Tell me about it. What can you recall?
You have an awful lot of questions. As I told your stubborn friend. It is
I have
not
more
really
than
of much consequence.
Stubborn friend.
The one who wouldn't stop eating the flowers that he clearly despised.
Oh, that's Verve, yes. Well,
Right.
well, let me tell you about my home. I
Sure.
am from a place called the Reverberant Coil. We are a small community just on the side of the Beyond, near to Charmond. I have many brothers and sisters. I have many parents. I have uncles and aunts and companions. And when I was growing up, they told me that I was being trained for an important destiny. I was to follow in the footsteps of a traveler, a pilgrim who had been sent out to fix our home, our temple, to restore its connection to the spirits that flowed through us. That pilgrim's name had faded in my memory, as things sometimes do, but when I saw you, I felt that I knew you. And how could that be?
There are many curious things in the world. Settlement sounds lovely.
Oh. Seems that your path has been long and winding. I bear you no ill will for the tasks that you were given. It has led you here. This seems to be a good home.
It's not really my home, it's just I've lived for a while.
Well, they are different, it's true. If this is not your home, so is there another home that you have found, or that you are hoping to find?
Hoping to find.
I hope you find it one day. But I find it curious that just when we needed an expert on the data sphere, here one is.
I'm not sure I ever claimed myself to be an expert on the data sphere. I just
Well,
said I knew some things.
I think that in our time, knowing some things about the data sphere qualifies you as an expert.
Fair.
I grew up in its shadow and I know nothing about it, practically speaking.
You said you were trained for some destiny to follow whomever this was.
A pilgrim.
A pilgrim, right.
Right.
What exactly did that look like?
Being trained?
Yes.
Some of it I don't remember. It started when I was only 1 year old. But when I was 5 and then again 8 and 13, there were rituals and ceremonies, namings, an investiture of this weapons that you see. I received this for my 13th birthday and have been training with it since. And starting at that young age, I was told that it was my duty to train, to become strong, to hone my body and my abilities, to find the connection or the missing elements that had been lost.
Places that connect to the data sphere are very dangerous. Mostly for the Numenera that's there. You say they trained you in a weapon and they honed your fighting and combat skills, but were you trained in any of that?
I have other gifts, but I think it was... I have always found and believed that I would find what I needed to, and that is, I think that is what has led me to these friends of mine. They are capable in ways that I am not.
I see. Let's see. Seems a bit barbaric to train a child in the ways of war and then send them off into the world with, I'll sort of look you over, with nothing but a weapon and clothes.
You cannot see all that I can see.
I hope so. How, so they raised you to be this pilgrim then? How goes your pilgrimage?
It was in unexpected ways. Every time I reach a forking in my path, I try to take one turn only to find that I am heading in a direction I did not anticipate. I, at this point, am putting my fate entirely in the hand. I think that it is outside of my hands. In fact, over this past year, I told my families that I would not be pilgriming for them any longer, only to have circumstances re-intervene. And now I find myself here, talking to you, who ask such perceptive questions.
You don't live as long as I have been the places I've been if you're not at least somewhat perceptive. So if you quit the pilgrimage, will they raise up another child and send them into the world with a walking stick and tell them good luck?
Well, they sent me after you, so perhaps 10 years from now I will be having a very similar conversation.
I think you have me confused for someone else. I'm no pilgrim.
Well, nor am I. But we are all pilgrims. We just don't know it.
It's an interesting philosophy. Tell me about your new home. You all said you had a settlement. That's what brought you here.
Well, that is perhaps a story that I should share with my friends. Let us join them, and I'll tell you what I can on the way.
Before we go, I'll just sort of slowly stand up. And I'll look at you, and this entire time I've just had like a very like broad smile and not making just a ton of eye contact. And I'll just stop and
I meet your gaze right back.
There are no number of maps. There's no number of pieces of information that really prepares anyone for what's out here. I'm sorry. And I just start, now let's go. And I just start walking off.
As we walk, I'll just sort of fill you in on some of the broad strokes of our community.
Cool.
And sorry, Mare.
No, go ahead. You're good. I was just going to say, I think if we get that meat, and that meat, it will cook real nice over ash if we still want to use ash to barbecue some stuff up.
Oh, he just knows exactly. Again, I've been training him on like the finer kinds of like simmering, but as far as like barbecues, especially those charred kinds, he's so good at it right now. Aren't you, boy? Yes.
I don't know that I would recommend that second one. It tends to cook up a bit tough if you're not doing like a slow roast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Ash is good at the slow roasting.
He's really not. He's poor baby. He tries, but he's just so
hot.
Fire.
He hot. Let's just say it. He burn.
He is burn. He burn much.
Thank you, Ma.
Of course.
What if we put, okay, so this one, that first one that you got, what if we put some of these, hold up, flowers. What if we like put them on top?
No.
As like a candy or something?
You can
Like,
put it on
is that
yours.
a thing?
You can put it on yours, but I don't think
Verve, and I'm still figuring my taste buds out on this. I still don't know what to think of them yet.
I'm not cooking for Verve. Verve can cook for himself.
Well, you can cook y'all's with the flowers.
Is this a thing though, Mar? Is this like a thing that people do? Do they put it on other stuff?
No, not usually.
Okay, I trust you.
Usually cooking it will, like, the outer layer, the more caramel aspect, will either come off and burn, or it doesn't really add anything to the flavor, and then you're just left with very charred and bitter flowers.
Okay.
I've seen people throw them in a fire to cook with, but never to mix in.
I'm sure that smells interesting.
It never works like they want it to.
I would imagine not.
I lean over to Verve. That's the fastest I've ever... Actually, this is the first time I've ever heard her say she trusts someone.
You know, I think you're right.
That was fast. What the hell? I think the flowers are getting to her.
Our girl's learning.
That's one way to put it. I'm still gonna blame the flowers.
So you can put those on his tab.
Who is the his you're pointing to?
I point to Brad. He's paying for all of us.
Yeah, fine. I did say I would trade. Please don't run me dry. Callie already got me for 12
No, it's
shins.
just no. It's just I only got what we just agreed on.
Fine. Enough to feed all your folks.
And I got some extra flowers for those of us who actually have taste buds.
Fine. We will make sure Rochelle don't ruin any meat that she ain't eating.
How would I ruin? I don't know what.
No,
I'm not putting them on. I'm not doing it.
All right.
No, he said it's bad or it's not a thing, and it turns out bad. I don't want to ruin the meat.
I was just gonna say, how much does this run me? My tab.
I'll say 4 or 5 shins.
Okay, I'll make it 5 shins.
Mari,
I will throw in 2 shins.
Oh, thanks.
Mari, in your time with the group, you realize they have a bit of an avant-garde way of cooking this meat.
Avant-garde.
Oh no!
Rochelle, can you tell us about it?
Shit. I never thought of. Okay, so I think Rochelle's background would lead her to like not be a great cook. I think that for her it is either tartare with like a sear on it, or it is well done, and she doesn't really quite grasp the nuances of anything in between.
How does Ash get involved with this?
I like to think that she just kind of like removes a piece of his cooling armor and just kind of like sets it on either his back or his belly if he's feeling super friendly.
It's basically like it's like Korean barbecue. Like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the hot pot.
Just sit around. It's like,
hold on, go. What is this?
Like that or like kushikatsu. Yeah.
Who is Ash?
Yes, I was waiting for this. Yes.
Would you like to describe him, or should I?
You have a really good picture. Yeah.
Find the picture. Well,
okay, hold on.
Describes her.
Yeah. You describe. I will get a picture.
Ash is my very sweet metallic, half dog, half squirrel, all love, fiery puppy. Had him since episode 1. He burns at an extremely hot temperature, but I built him some custom cooling armor so he doesn't burn everything around him. And he's been with us since the first episode.
So you know Mozilla Firefox? That's what this is.
It really does, yeah.
I think he like burns at like what, at least like 4,000 degrees or something like that.
It was something insane like that, yeah.
Ridiculously hot.
Yeah.
Or hot dog.
He's a hot dog. Literally.
He is a hot dog, yeah. But
Rochelle's been but I can't. There's no more. They're all gone.
Training him to like cook for her because why not?
Like since we've been hanging out more often, I feel like I've learned very quickly not to let you cook.
That's probably right.
Yeah. So once I see you're about to cook, I'm like, maybe I should do it my treat again.
Sure, that's fine if you insist.
Instead of that, as said earlier, my home is not far away. I have a kitchen.
I have But it's a mobile kitchen. It's okay, Ash. We'll do something with you.
Thank you.
We might be able to achieve a bit more nuance than whatever level of magma that creature is burning at.
If you want to see another picture of Ash, you can check our general chat in Discord.
He's very cute.
He is cute, if
He's a
nothing
good boy.
else. He's very cute. He's a good boy.
Look at that baby.
I will
Is very
assist
cute.
Mari in cooking if he would like assistance in
Sure.
at his home.
Mhm.
Sure. Are we all going to my home?
Yes, thank you for offering. It's very
Neat.
kind.
My home is super weird. Random things are automated. Random drawers kind of open when you get near them. The doors like shut and lock behind you automatically. All sorts of stuff. I actually don't touch very much. I just sort of snap in different locations and things turn on and they turn off, and it's all very odd. And most of it, though it functions, looks like it would fall apart if you hit it too hard, but like stays together pretty well.
Can I roll understanding Numenera to figure out how you made that door auto lock so I could keep people the fuck out of my house?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Sweet.
I will also say that, Mar, you notice something that is always rather annoying, and yet it just happens. You find a small envelope full of payment on your kitchen table. You don't know how it always ends up on your kitchen table, but it's on your kitchen table.
There's no other points of entry. How? Every time. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. How much is in it?
20 shins.
Okay.
Rashiel, you want me to start taking notes on some of this so we can maybe like replicate it back home?
I don't know how he's doing this. I rolled a 4.
Wait, the number 4?
Yes.
Okay, did you expend any effort with that?
No effort. I just have I'm specialized in understanding Numenera, but I don't understand shit.
Oh! Wait, if you're specialized, that'll do it. It was a
I am
challenge
specialized.
3.
Yes!
All right.
I feel like I just barely am able to like.
Yeah.
Oh.
It takes you probably a longer time than is probably like really socially acceptable. And by the time you realize what's going on, you're like, oh, this is so simple. I should have noticed this like 10 seconds in. But yeah, I would say you would be able to recreate similar devices.
Mar, this door is awesome.
Oh, thank you. It breaks every now and again.
I can see because of the yeah. That would be a thing.
It caught fire one time. I'm not sure how.
Okay, I'll have to mental note to make mine out of a non-flammable material because I live with a firefox.
I mean, it's weird. It's made of metal. I don't know how it caught on fire. But anyway, this is my home. Welcome. It's not like a huge space or anything because I'm the only one that lives here normally, but yeah, there's room.
Can I take a look around and see if there's anything I recognize?
That would be a question for Mar.
Mar is not going to stop you. You don't find anything, though.
Not necessarily like I'm not like gonna rifle through your drawers.
Sure.
Just like,
Oh, this drawer opened up by itself.
Oh no!
All of this documentation proving your past. It's conveniently on my kitchen.
Yeah, convenient social security number and a list of your fears.
There's... Sorry.
If Mar doesn't stop me, I'm just gonna start cooking.
Yeah, no, feel free.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Can you make some for Ash?
Why ahead of you?
What does Ash eat?
Any kind of meat, honestly.
Oh.
He's not picky.
Sure.
That's how we found him. He was eating all the sandwich meats.
Does he prefer them cooked or raw and he cooks them himself as he eats them?
Yes. It's both
Yes.
of those.
Whoa.
Never thought
Alex,
about
I
that.
think
before.
you're right.
Alex, don't fucking start. I just saw your caption. Let's not start this bullshit.
I never
okay.
thought about that before.
Here, and I'll just like toss a piece of raw meat.
I mean, he'll eat it. Yeah,
Ash.
I mean, Verve's right. He'll eat it either way. I just don't know what he prefers. I'm sorry. I'm not been a good mother to you. Pat, pat.
Oh, this whole time Ash has been plotting his revenge. He's like, one day, you fools.
Don't give
So,
Alex any ideas.
what is it that makes you all looking for the data sphere? That's an interesting place to be.
It's the safety of our, not even the safety, it's the future of our settlement is at stake. If we can't connect to the data sphere somehow, our friends and our home will be squished flat like a pancake.
That seems strange. We'll have some odd problems.
You have no idea.
Well, I've been in the data sphere once. I would be happy to assist and sort of showing you how it works once you all get there, if I'm welcome to come along.
Where?
That's,
Where would you...
that's just it. Where can we get there from?
That's harder than it sounds. The place that I managed to get in crumbled shortly after I was able to get out.
So our only chance of finding an entrance is probably the ceremony.
Probably.
And there's no guarantee that eating that poison is going to tell us anything to that effect.
Can only one person take poison? Or can multiple people?
Multiple people can. It's risky. It's risky. Very. We would be lucky if all 6 of us survived. So, take that as you will. The poison eater, she likes to put a big bit of pomp and circumstance about it. Usually, as far as people have reported after eating it, you get information about the thing you're looking for. So, if anyone among you isn't looking for a way into the data sphere, you shouldn't be the one to eat the poison. Because if the real thing you're after, if this is only a secondary thing, you're probably going to learn about the other thing.
I see. That's what she meant by it depends on the person rather than the poison.
Right. Now, that's only by what some people... It hasn't happened terribly often since I've been here. People are usually dissuaded by the 60% survival rate. But those who came through and obviously lived, they've usually either said like they found what they were looking for or they found something they had forgotten about. The second one seems to happen more often. I guess people aren't very honest with themselves as to what they're really searching for.
I begin putting plates of food in front of people after partially through the conversation. I snagged some tubers.
Well, so it's good because I can imagine a scenario where I ate poison and so the only thing that was revealed to me was the location of a good hot meal.
So when you say 60% survival rate, do you mean mortality rate? Like 3 out of 5 people die or 3 out of 5 people live?
3 out of 5 people live.
Okay.
And to clarify, 3 out of 5 people live for the first poison. When you're a poison eater, you consume the entire track of poison over a length of time, or you die. And only one person has ever consumed the entire 10 doses. Everyone else has died.
Somewhere along the way.
somewhere along the way. You're only expected to eat one poison, for which there's a 60% survival rate.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend multiple of us taking it. If 2 of us take it, that's 1 in 3 that's a 1 in 3 chance that one of us lives, which is a 2 in 3 chance that one of us dies.
You didn't strike me as a man who cared much about the odds.
Listen, leverage and risk is a bit of an expertise of mine.
But you also have to remember, Verv, we don't know what kind of information we're going to get. One person can take it, but it doesn't mean that we're going to get the information we're looking for.
But
I don't think that's worth risking our lives over. Maybe one of us, sure, but 2 of us? We'll find a different way into the data sphere. Be it here or somewhere else, time's not on our side, which is why we're here. If it doesn't work out here, we can go somewhere else.
Yeah, but where is this somewhere else?
Your best luck really is here. I've looked.
have
All right. Does anybody else have anything you would like to do for the night? Nope. Okay.
But I completely
you
forgot
did?
what it was. Oh no.
You want to take a second?
I have something
Gone.
after they all go to sleep.
Okay, sure.
I know I wanted to talk to Rashiel about something, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It'll come back to me and I'll text you.
Got you. Okay. All right. In that case, everyone will be at some point headed off to sleep. Mar, what would you like to do?
Do I have a way of reaching out to my contacts?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna leave the house
Mm-hmm.
and do that to let them know that I may have an interesting opportunity, and if there was anything anyone would like in exchange for some favors for me, if I am able to get into the data sphere.
Sure thing. Yeah. I would say so. Most of your communication is very rapid, but it does occur via dead drops and deliveries, as opposed to meeting with anybody, and certainly as opposed to long distance communication.
Right.
So yeah, you would very easily be able to leave those messages.
Excellent.
Rashiel, what would you like to be up to?
After literally everyone is asleep, and that includes Mar, I am going to do the thing that I just DM'd you.
All right, sure. Why don't you roll a quick stealth roll to attempt to get out of the house?
Okay.
This will be eased by the fact that you've waited for everybody to be asleep. I'll say this would be of a challenge. I'll say with it being eased, it'll be of a challenge 3. You can spend from your speed pool to reduce it further.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, sure. So your target number would be 6.
14.
14. Yes, you are very easily able to seemingly make it out of Mars' house without any real issue. You find yourself walking the streets of Enfate alone. A decent bit after midnight, but where would you like to go?
To that main arena. I assume that's where she resides, yes?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you head out. I will say that on your way out, you notice that Verv is on the roof. He doesn't seem to have seen you, but you do notice that he's sort of chilling up there.
Of course he is. I don't think I'm surprised by this.
No. Or any of us. But yes, you quickly find yourself inside that arena where you, after a little bit, you turns out you have to end up like sending a guard to go get the Ornis, but she eventually reappears and greets you. Hello, Shield.
Hi.
Can I ask where the rest of your friends are?
I am so sorry to bother you this late. I'm sure you must have been asleep.
Oh,
Well, they're not with me because I don't really want their input on this decision. I've decided to take you up on your offer.
I see. Very well. I hope you've given this the thought and consideration it deserves.
I have.
In that case, believe me, I have all people understand and respect your decision.
Thank you.
The Orna sort of reaches up a hand to the sky and slowly brings it down, and that same orb that you saw come down to greet the first poison eater is now coming down to greet you. At the moment, I don't quite remember off the top of my head what it appeared to you to be before, but currently it looks like the moon.
Okay.
And it comes down to sort of get caught by the Ornis's hand, and it splits open. And there's just a small little circular pill, basically. This is it.
Okay. Gonna take it and spend like half a moment reconsidering before I just hard-headedly stick to my own decision, and I'm just gonna shoot it.
All right. So, this will involve a series of 3 separate might rolls. Each one of them successively harder than the other. Each failed might roll will bring you 1 step down the damage track.
Okay.
Fail all 3, you die.
Gotcha.
But as long as you pass 1, you will survive with some health.
Okay.
So that's not saying much. You could be really fucked up by this for a long time.
That's fair. Are my pools full? Aside from my speed that I just used.
No, they would not automatically be refilled. You would be able, I would say, to use your hour rest, but you would not be able to use your 10 hour.
Okay, cool.
So the first would be of a challenge 5.
Let me make sure I got these numbers right. Sorry.
Sure.
Okay, so I had 10 left. And then I had, because I spent, so that was 9. Okay. All right. Here we fucking go. 17.
17. So you pass the first one. You won't die.
Cool.
You still do take 4 points of might damage.
Okay.
As you feel this poison, it almost catches in your throat, and you feel like you have to give a real significant effort to not just vomit it straight back up, but you can feel it sort of snaking its way down your esophagus. Once it hit your stomach, I will ask you to make a second might roll. This will be the challenge 6.
11.
So even if you did reduce that down by 2 steps, you would not succeed. So that
No, I didn't. I didn't reduce it anyways.
Oh, okay, sure. So you just took it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. In this case, you will take what was it? 9 damage to your might pool.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Math. So 8. That is 0 might.
You will be brought. Oh fuck. I forgot the fact that this does damage too. Shit. Fuck. Okay. You're brought
I'm
down.
into my speed.
You're into your speed, and you've been brought down 2 steps down the damage track. 1 from the poison, 1 from the damage. So I would definitely recommend spending this next time around.
Okay.
But you break into a cold sweat, and you just crumple to the floor, having to gasp for breath. This poison, it seems to be just shutting you down from the inside out. The Ornis kneels down next to you, but she appears utterly calm and serene, and looks at you with the look of a woman who's seen this 1,000 times before and expects to see it 1,000 times again. Please make your final might roll. This will be of a challenge. It was 5, 6, 7. You can reduce it 2 steps by spending from your might pool.
I don't have any might left.
Okay, then you can spend from your speed pool.
Cool.
Do you have any skills, abilities, or assets you would like to apply?
The only stuff I have is, understanding Nera, history. I don't have any ciphers. I don't have any nano abilities or really anything.
Okay. Then I will ask you this question. What is driving you to do this?
I want to save my home.
Okay.
I wouldn't go back to Charmond if it was still standing. I don't have a place to go if something happens to Remnant.
Do you think that feeling would be enough for Rashiel to latch onto to keep going?
I think that, and probably a fair bit of curiosity, honestly.
That's fair. That's legit.
Because I think that since she saw the ritual, she was just kind of enthralled by the process and very curious about this thing that's so different from anything she's seen before.
In that case, I will give you 1 asset. Your challenge has been reduced down to challenge 4, target number 12. Keep in mind, you can re-roll by spending EXP.
Yes, I can.
All right.
I am going to be spending those 2 levels of effort for my speed pool because I can barely afford that. So I'm going to do it. Okay.
All right. 4 or 12 or above.
That is a natural 1.
Would you like to re-roll that?
Fuck yeah, I'm going to re-roll that.
Right. Please spend 1 experience point to re-roll.
That is a 10.
Jesus Christ. Do you have any more EXP?
I do.
All right. Do you want to spend it?
Yep.
All right.
That is a 19.
All right. Okay. So, you have received a minor effect. How would you like to define success, which you got from dangling by a thread?
I specifically want to know a way to get into the datasphere. I don't want this vision to be any random bullshit about how I really want to be the grandmother of Ash's puppies. I want datasphere knowledge.
Okay, sure. And that comes to you very readily. First you black out, which to some extent to be expected. But rather than the sort of stretching, pulling, weird thing that should not be, feels very light and airy, almost like you're flying. But you quickly find yourself almost projecting southward over a long way, maybe a couple 100 miles. You're able to travel that distance in an instant, but you still are able to appreciate its scale to some extent. And you find this large sort of synthetic steel foundation. And towards the center of this foundation, you see ripples in reality, some kind of odd perturbation in just space in a particular area. But next to this sort of weird natural phenomenon, this sort of like hovering, just odd, just like weird ripples in space and time and air, there's a hatch on the ground that you could theoretically pull open, and you sort of project yourself further down into there. You find a large underground structure. in which you see a few things of note, one of which is a researching Eon Priest. And the second of which is this sort of, it's almost looks like a weird claw. It's a cylinder, and then at the it sort of it narrows out and then comes to this weird like 3/4 circle, almost like a weird C shape at the top. And even though you've never seen one like this before, and you have no evidence to believe that this is one off of the top of your head, you are keenly aware that this is what's called a vertex, and these allow you to transcribe yourself into the data sphere. And after a little bit, you wake up.
How long?
5 minutes.
Okay.
It's not terribly long. You're in bad shape, though.
I know you have no. It's bad. It is very bad. Is the Ornis still there?
Yeah, she's like holding you.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
She's realized you're alive.
Okay, cool.
Back.
Thank you.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I'm glad.
I don't think I can walk though.
I understand. Would you like me to help you?
Please.
With a surprising amount of strength for this slight woman, she's able to give you a bit of a lift and bear most of your weight as she brings you over towards basically just a seat in the arena, where she has dispatched, it seems like, some of the people in her entourage to go get you food and water and like just make this place as comfortable as possible to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just.
Yeah. Among these is one more small pill, which the Ornis assures you won't be as bad as the last one. This actually moves you one step up the damage track.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
This will move you from debilitated to impaired.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just be there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pass out for however long I sleep for.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yep. So this technically has game precedent. So I feel like I should do this now. Rashil, you can take 5 experience points, only one of which you need to give to another player. That you could, in theory, distribute them as you wish.
Can I do one for each of us?
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know who has the least amount of experience points.
You just spent 2.
I have 4 left.
Take them.
Take them.
Don't spend it on me.
Yeah.
Okay. So no goat. Nova doesn't really want to take any. Licton, Verve.
I was gonna say take them.
You want him? No. You want him?
Take them.
I can't hear you.
Take them.
Okay.
You got to give one of them away.
All right. Shit, dude. I don't know who to give that to.
Roll.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I'll take one.
Yeah. Like if you want the extra like 2
Yeah.
out of the
Yeah, if you
5,
want the extra
I'll take
2.
1. If you still
Oh,
want to
okay.
give it
Yeah.
away.
So both of y'all can have one. Does Nova want one?
I'm sitting on 8. I'm good.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm going to give one to Licton, one to Verb, and then I will take the remaining 3.
All right. Sure thing. And with that little bit of bookkeeping, I would say our session for tonight has been concluded.
Oh my God.
Good
Imagine
job,
if I'd been
everyone.
like, there, oh, I have something to say to Rashiel, but I don't remember what it was. And then Rashiel up and died.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh.
That's all right. I'll just tell you in the morning.
ouch.
Tell you in the next life. It's
Mhm.
Tell you in the, oh my God, we meet your ghost in the data sphere.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
What happened?
Wow.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay,
my
well,
clothes
glad
look
we
like
didn't have to do that.
shit.
Yo. That was so great.
All right.
Oof.
Oof.
Well,
Oof.
I know I had a great time tonight.
Yeah.
Right now, we will go around and introduce each other or introduce ourselves one last time before we head out. And we're going to say where you can find us on the internet, what other rad stuff we're doing at the moment, and talk about our favorite part of the session. I see that someone is already winning the game of nose goes.
I mean, I always go first because I'm not scared.
Okay, I as a coward, I appreciate that.
Hi, hello. My name is Kappa. You might also know me as Christian. You can find me on Twitter at @TheKappaChris, where I nerd out about eating poisons and firing pogs at giant bugs. It's great. It's awesome. Always, every week, find me here, same place, same time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, Numenera Remnant, where I voice Verve. Just take a jack who touches the ding dang sky. Sundays, 1 p.m. Pacific. You can find me along with Alex playing in Death's Keepers. We're back tomorrow. Woo! I'm really excited because y'all are in for a bit of a surprise because we were a couple days ago. We'll see. Wednesdays, you can catch me on Kevin Kudo's Twitch channel playing in Revenge of the Crit, a D&D game skinned in the Star Wars universe. That takes place during the Clone Wars. Fridays on Simplecast and every other place where you can find podcasts. Roads Uncharted Season 2 releases a new episode every Friday. And I think I can announce this now. Friends Who Roll Dice are doing, they've kicked off their charity drive going on right now for Austin, I think. I should have the information. And my game is going to be Heist. On the 19th. I'm not sure what the specific time is at the moment, but it's really cool. We got a really good cast of people, GM'd by none other than, oh man, I should have this really I'm nervous already. GM'd by Guilty Cosplay, if you know them. So yeah, we'll I swear I'll have more accurate information leading up, but you can again Twitter at @TheKappaChris. Oh, favorite part? I like the flower petal snacks sound really delicious and I would love them, but they also gave some really good, like, just stupid funny RP moments. Everything else is really good. It's just I want to pick that out because I feel like other people can pick the other ones. So that's me.
I'll go next. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, do you want to go
for
Finley?
it. No.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. I'm here every Saturday at 8:30 Eastern playing Licton. And I also do streaming on my own channel. Tomorrow morning I will be playing Golden Sun at 10:30 Eastern, as well as probably playing in a game of Ryutama on my channel run by Anik. I'm probably going to play. It was up in the air, but let's be real, I'm going to play. And on the 14th on Eva Sarate's channel, I'll be running a horror game of Sunken, where I'm going to kill all my players. Surprise! And on March 16th, on Alex and I's collective birthday, I will be running a charity game from 9 a.m. Eastern to midnight, benefiting JDRF International and the Barton Center for Diabetes Education. The full schedule can be found on my Twitter. I think that's it. I literally scream on Twitter about everything that I'm doing, so just check it out.
Favorite part?
My favorite part was when Verve clipped the guy with the wing. That was dope.
Okay, I can go. Hello again. My name is Finley. You can find me on Twitter at infernal_glow. I am extremely easy to keep track of because this is my only streaming game. So if you want to see more of Nova, then, just come right on back here this time next week. And my favorite part of this session, I'm going to pick two because I can. One was being really worried about Rashiel's health and well-being, but also so proud of her for doing the scary thing. And then I also liked stabbing the bug and watching Alex's eyes go like this, like being real big. doing a real life eyes emoji. That was rewarding.
Okay, hi. I'm Seth. I was playing Rashiel tonight. You can always find me here every Saturday at the same times these lovely people have mentioned, playing Rashiel at Numenera Remnant. Also Saturday, well, I was going to say mornings. They're mornings for me, but it's not. It's noon Central Time on Mare Feather's channel over here. I am playing Zephyr in an Invisible Sun campaign called Secrets Beyond the Sun. So that's been absolutely ridiculous and a whole lot of fun. Shit got real this last session, so tune in for that. It's fucking wild. That's pretty much all I've got going on right now. I've got some stuff in the works. Maybe if you're curious about it, please give me a follow on the Twitch or the Twitters and or both. KillXJill on both of them. And my favorite part was getting to play a game with Goat, who I have known for like almost 20 years, and we have never played a game together. So that was absolutely amazing.
I'm glad you didn't die, because I would have been.
Yeah, me too. It was really close. It was really close.
We finally play together. Not anymore. So hey, I'm Goat. You can find me on Twitter at SwayingGoat, or you can find me in the Ofray Discord, where I homebrew things that everybody asked for but nobody wanted. You can also find me. I'll be here for until they kill me. So that'll be fun. And then starting, it was announced for the 20th, but it's probably going to get pushed back to the 27th. I'm going to be running a part-time Gods game here on the O4A channel. Really cool cast, really different game system. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be at 10:30 a.m. Central. So just tune in. And then, as Mayor mentioned, over on their channel on the 16th for Alex and Mayor's birthday, I'm actually running one of those games called Hellblock Tango, where I had a weird idea and now I'm playing gods fighting demon lords or something to that effect. Yup. It's gonna be weird and great, and I'm not gonna facepalm the entire time. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter. I talk about TTRPG stuff, and right now I'm complaining a lot about how much I hate Texas, but that's a wholly unrelated thing. Oh, favorite part. Geez. I had it in my head, and now it's gone. Probably just the amount of that's a giant bug that's going to destroy everything. Let's climb inside it. I love the moxie. So that, yeah, for Rashiel and Nova, that was pretty great.
And hello, my name is Alex, and I promise you I do know how to unmute my Zoom. Let's see, you can find me on Twitter at AxolotlCure, where I tweet a lot about, I don't know, random stuff. And it's yeah, you can find me on, when I'm not playing this, playing an Eladrin Sadness Paladin on Death Keepers Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you are interested in the game you saw played tonight, Numenera, Monty Cook Games is having a phenomenal sale on DriveThruRPG where you can pick up such things as Invisible Sun, which is a great game. And they're selling the PDF copy of all of the books together for, I believe it's like $60.
It's a steal. It's a
it
fucking
is
steal.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's 4 books. A whole great, God, it's 4 books and like a ton of like cards and
like all the spells and stuff. Yeah, like all
over 1,000 cards total.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So
you
yeah,
need it in your life.
You can get the PDF copy of all of that content for like $60. It's a great game. When Monty Cook Games is not running a sale, we do actually have an Open for Adventure discount code, which can be used on their web store. But right now, I'm not gonna lie, the DriveThruRPG sale, if you want a PDF copy of a book, is the way to go for sure. And yeah, that's what I'm up to. Let's think. Favorite part. I really liked watching everybody pull out like a bunch of abilities. I feel like people really took a pretty deep dive into their character sheets this session, and I had a lot of fun playing with all of that. It was really neat to see people spending all that stuff from their pools and all that. I felt like it was a challenging session all the way through, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I think that's it. Mary, do you have the list of warm fuzzies? Because I do not.
I do.
I do. You want me to do it?
Right.
I don't know if it's up to date, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna work with what we got.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it.
I've got the morning shock jock thing going on.
Do it up.
Oh my god.
Hello and welcome to the O4A Warm Fuzzies. Today we have Bel Chavez.
Bel Chavez.
Oh, Street Gaming.
Street Gaming.
Rick O. And rounding up the last event, but not least, we have Strix. I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
We know.
That's too much power.
We know.
It is too much power.
That coupled with the zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Oh dang it!
Wild.
Yeah, you missed next week.
Let's zoom in.
Oh my god.
Y'all.
Okay. All right, everybody. I know I had a great night. I hope you had a great night. Yep. Go home. Drink some water.
Get a nice
Pet your pets.
night
Can't make me.
Do all that fun stuff.
Wow.
Or in one person's
Absolutely
case, have a lovely
fucking
day.
nothing.
I saw someone in chat who's totally awake in the morning right now.
Mhm.
Enjoy your
boy.
day.
Thank you for starting your day with us.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
honestly.
Yeah, Sunray, what's up?
Yeah, we love you, Sunray. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week, unless you come tomorrow for Death Keepers. Bye.
Bye.